what it's all about. We are coming down to the burnout finals, and there are a lot of them to get through. We've got about 60 of them. It's going to be a huge afternoon, and J-Mac and Chris, man, are you ready for this?
Copper Hayden is doing the good stuff out there on the Mullet Industries snake pit. Man, oh man, the smoke flying thick and fast off those rears.
Joshua Hyde pumping it around the pad to kick us off for final skids here at Motorvation 35. Love the colour on this thing. It looked good under lights, even better during the day now, as he's pumping out the pink smoke to match.
Looks great. Love it. And the purple and the green headlights, how cool is that?
Yeah, it's got a bit of a Batman and Robin Joker kind of feel to it. Looks great, and just pumping the smoke to kick us off today. This pad has copped the pounding all day long with super cruising to get us going this morning, not to mention all the action that happened yesterday.
You can see our staff members completely coated in rubber as the revs dip down. This is Josh Hyde, Falcon U, with the tray exit exhaust, hot dog muffler, just peeking up behind the cab. Sunroof there just to help with a little bit of ventilation. Yeah.
J-Mac, I tell you what, I'm looking up at the sky right now, and Corsair Aviation are doing some donuts in the sky. I reckon that'll be a prime position to watch this skid from.
Absolutely.
Get on up there. Enjoy it from sky high.
Looks like that might be it for Copper Hyde. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the very first of our sportsman skids.
I tell you what, one tyre copped the Hyden at least, one down. Still had one to go, so there's a few points that he's going to dip out on.
Just a word for any of our entrants that are still out there in the paddock. You need to grab your entrance shirts before the close of the day, before we shut the venue down. You can only get them today. 90 seconds on the clock.
90 seconds for Daniel West in limiter, and he goes straight up to the top of the rev range as he brings out this Falcon. 93. EA just running through the coloured smoke that's been left behind by the other cars around. The wind blowing the other way today, J-Mac, might play things a little bit differently for the way the judges can see the smoke and the car move as he goes up for the exit chute straight away inside the first 30 seconds.
Great move, but Westy knows how to get this big land yacht turned around in a tight space. Now the car's living up to its namesake. Tapping that limiter, not tapping, belting into it.
Loves to give this car an absolute hammering as he points it up towards the entry chute.
There it is.
Looks like he was going to go left hand down through the chute there. He's going to tip it around. He knows how to get it done in those chutes, doesn't he?
60 seconds has clocked away.
Popping of the EA's limiter. The reason why it carries the namesake.
Love the way he's holding on to the A-pillar, just having a cruise. This is old hat to Westy.
He does make it sound like he's out for a Sunday drive, really, doesn't he? And indeed, I reckon last night he was giving the limiter a much bigger bash than what he is today.
Hotter conditions, a little stickier pads, a lot more rubber build-up. We have done our best to try and scrape it, prep this a little bit. But Westy now only 10 seconds away from 2 minutes, and he hasn't got tyres off. Maybe he should have checked his tyre strategy a little closer. Gone for maybe some half trans. It sounds like one's gone, but he's clocked up 120 seconds. Chris.
On the full 2 minutes as he loops it around, goes, no exit chutes, I'm not leaving with both tyres intact. And the pad staff and the officials watching on, the crowd are loving it, getting us going for our sportsman final skid here for Motorvation 35.
Plenty of limmy finger out there, forward limiter.
There we go.
Bang, there it is. And a big bang indeed, Chris.
Out of the car, give it up for Daniel West in limiter!
As Dan West finishes up, Richie Heller, what sort of things are we looking for in a maximum point skid?
mean, I guess first of all, you've got to be within that 90 seconds time limit. Pretty much anything that happens outside of that really isn't going to count for much. But yeah, the drivers will be looking for, the judges will be looking for driver ability. They've got to make sure they can move the car around the burnout pad. You know, they can touch each corner is good. I don't mean hit the wall. I mean, get the car into each corner is good. If they can use the entry or the exit chutes is even better. They'll be looking for smoke. It's got to be instant smoke. It's got to be continuous smoke. And of course, the big one, they've got to be able to get the tyres off and drive it off the burnout pad.
I feel like this one's just been through the lazy wash because it appears there's a lot of liquid coming out of the blade.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. Our officials will be right on that.
Really the wrong end of the car, you're looking for liquid.
Yeah, but I saw it pouring out of the tailgate as well.
It might be running a bit lean soon.
Maybe he's filled up the red quarters with water to maybe get a little bit more weight. It's got some rust, but still, who knows?
I'm wondering if perhaps he's overfilled a fuel tank or something.
If it's fuel, then it's only early. Hopefully the exhaust isn't too hot for it to flash. But the minute counts down, we have some of the very best fire marshals in the country right there on the wall ready to go. And spare a thought for them, Chris. 3 days they have been at their post, sweating it off in the fire production.
Standing in the sun, getting pelted by rubber and smoke and fumes all weekend long. I mean, you have to have a real love for what we do here to be able to go out there and do that and still go home with a smile on your face.
Gargoyle clocks up the 90 seconds.
Hey guys, I've just had the Jets Ninja tune me in today because it's finals at Go to Your Blow.
Okay. So we apologise. We were calling it as 90-second time limits, but our judges have opened that up. Of course, if someone is able to get the tyres off nice and quick, we'll still be able to show that rest of the skill level, all the factors that Richie just spoke about. It's going down. Nice and quick. We're still doing that for 2 minutes.
Massive rev dip.
Yeah, the good old 6-cylinder starting to really labour once they get deep into this, the time that they are on pad. You can see Benny Goyle plants it right foot, maybe drops it back in here to build some wheel speed again, kick the RPMs up.
Yeah, that's a Mullen Industries. We see one tyre go down. Mullen Industries, naming right sponsor to our snake pit. Benny Goyle continues on. Back of that tray, there it is. 2 tyres down, ladies and gentlemen. Benny Goyle in Gargoyle. Put your hands together.
Yeah, look, that was a nice solid effort. I do think he could have used a little bit more of the burnout pad there, but good solid effort. The smoke was good and he managed to get the tyres off as well. I might just add, I said, you know, the points for getting the tyres off are important, and indeed when a competition can come down to a handful of points. But entrants aren't actually awarded points for getting tyres off. They're penalised points for not getting them off.
It's 5 points per tyre. If you don't get them off when you go to leave the pad in your allocated time, and there's various other point combinations and penalties if you fail to drive it off the pad under its own power and things the like, as Sean Davidson comes out in the 91 Ford Falcon toy.
A big square body car, these Falcons. Iconic in the days. Dick Johnson was the wheel went around Mount Panorama. Shell colours.
The golden days, isn't it?
Wasn't it just? Oh, take me back. Goosebumps just thinking about it.
That's when people weren't throwing rocks at him.
Well, you said it. Take it back to the golden days, Jan. That was when we were just toddlers. In fact, I wasn't even born yet.
Davidson, good smoke scores by the looks of things. Hasn't really gone too far up the northern end of the pad. Looking for a bit of encouragement from our officials and for the crowd. The passengers got the Libby finger working overtime.
The crowd soaking it up. Pad side up against their fence as they try to see through the smoke that is just climbing into the grandstands, filtering its way through the crowd as we get berated by the sun here at Motorvation 35. Beautiful weather. Couldn't have asked for it to be any more perfect to get on the West Coast biggest horsepower party here at Perth Motorplex as Davidson, 2 tyres off and does an Austin Powers up in the entry chute.
Yeah, he's got that thing parked right across. Give it up for Ty!
Yeah, he's probably done himself a misservice by stopping it there, though. You know, he's got the tyres off, and that'll cost him points. He stopped the car, and
now he's got to grab reverse.
Yep.
So that, you would imagine, would detract from his driver skill allocation.
Can we just take a minute, boys? Because you touched on a really interesting point a minute ago.
Oh, this better be good, Bridget.
Well, I've been stewing on it. You know how I can't let things go.
Go on.
Like a pit bull.
Come on.
All right, so you're saying everyone starts at 10.
Yep.
And then everything they do wrong detracts from their perfect score.
That's exactly right.
That's a really nice way of judging.
Oh, and he's lost the bumper.
Oh, no.
Someone better help him out. He's going to pull that one off. Yeah, so anyway, Bridgie, what are you getting at?
Point made.
Okay.
Up next, good to see him out, Nick Parrington in the Waghoon. Now the issues for him yesterday, we saw what we thought was a coolant overflow tank. It was actually an Astra power steering pump. Completely came off the engine.
Less than ideal.
Yeah, and then he had a fire in the car a little while ago, which was melted through insulation around the fuel pump wiring. It was shorting out and cutting the fuel to the motor.
That's going to make it difficult, especially on big high G manoeuvres. Just like that, I wonder if that's all we've seen. You heard that motor really go away. 30 seconds into it, he stumbled once, the smoke went away, so did the noise.
Yeah, in a competition like this, guys, you just cannot afford punctuation. And the car stopping, and even if it was just for a second or two, the car stopped, that's punctuation, and the judges ain't going to like it.
Harrington in the Waghoon. Out on the Mullet Industries snake pit. Here on finals day from Motorvation 35.
And it goes
again,
away.
I wonder if it's a similar issue.
It could be, or maybe they're still chasing the actual issue, because on that whip around, the G-forces just rattles everything in the car. He loses the spark or the fuel, something dies out of the motor. And it goes quiet for just a second, but he's going to put his foot to the floor regardless. He's going to go for an exit road, and does he grab the wall just ever so slightly, gets right up against it.
I reckon if he didn't, he was a bee's whisker away from it.
And the power has gone away again from Parrington. Ooh, it doesn't sound happy. Grabs the next gear and bogs himself down. Up to the entry chute.
Of course, we are broadcasting live on Facebook through the Motorvation Facebook page. Let us know where you're watching from. If you've got any questions or you've got any tips on who you think is going to take out Sportsman, or maybe give us a heads up on what you're planning on bringing to Motorvation 36. Drop us a line on the stream. Love to hear from you, as Nick Harrington is just well and truly making good use, getting the maximum bang for his buck, for his entry fee out here in Waghoon.
Until those tyres go
He's got amazing amounts of energy.
Yeah, pumping. He'll go until it blows. And that goes for either the tyres or something else in the car. Harrington, no stranger. The soldiering on with this car, the Waghoon. Sort of a rare appearance to see a station wagon in the Sportsman 6-cylinder class.
If there were points for exuberant passengers, the Waghoon would have to have them.
As exuberant as they are, the fire goes out again for Parrington.
Tough deal.
Could be terminal.
Can't see anything dribbling from the front end of the car, but it does not sound like it wants to go. Give it up, Perth Motorplex, for Nick Parrington!
Yeah, I got to give it to Nick. That was a good burnout. You know, he made the smoke. It was fairly consistent smoke. Issues with the car, stopping and starting on those few occasions, though that'll hurt him. And as good a burnout as it was, it won't be a winning burnout.
Yeah, tough deal and some incredibly tough judging happening right here at Motorvation 35. Here we go. Next up, Maleficent in the chute. Cranks it up.
Rory Messenger brings the Falcon U. The XR6 out to play, starting to pick up a little bit of speed on the entry. Throws it in pretty deep. Tidy tidbit from Messenger. As he whips it back around the northern end. Are they big shook much laps?
It's the epitome of style and class on your skid car over here in WA.
As he throws a curtain of smoke up the entry road. Brings it back down towards the southern end.
Big acceleration as he fired out of the chute. Messenger putting the hurts on the Mullet Industries snake bit.
1 minute down from 11% into the skid. The mud flaps just doing the talking as he whips it around right up into the limestone wall. Doesn't touch it, but got up close and personal. That earned him some driver skill points for his use of the pad and throwing the car around. He works his way back down towards it. Right up against it. There it is.
Tag that wall. Richie, how hard did that look?
He moved it. He gave the wall a little bit of a rattle, that's for sure.
And again. That's it. This has turned into an angry skid. Two big hits.
The angry stick will be out now, that's for sure.
Wow. Luckily the race track actually does. There's an awful lot of factor that goes into straight forward.
No, usually just a bit of bar wrap, a bit of shit metal, sometimes a bit of tread plate, go down to your local steel store, cut it out, roll it a bit more on, spit polish, grind it back, you're sorted. As Messenger goes for the 2-minute mark, as he gets that passenger side tire off, we're going to put the driver's side. There it is.
Over 2 minutes into the skid though, less than ideal for collecting the maximum points on offer. Tough break, but still a fantastic spectacle from Lawrence Messenger.
Yeah, I reckon Lawrence would have done, he's done a great job in appeasing Dunlopia, the god of rubber, but he won't appease the judges with those couple of wall taps.
Watching to see
solid.
just how much he moved
And another
that
one
wall.
there, yeah.
He wasn't able to move the wall with the second tap as we go back to our next skid. This is Melton Rubber, Corbin Jennings on the Mullet Industries snake pit. We got people watching in South Africa, New South Wales, Queensland, Victoria, the whole lot. Don't worry, Motorvation 36. Hope you can be here. All entrants. Maybe get online, grab your tickets because they're on sale.
It's Corbin Jennings. Pumps his O2 Commodore through the pad. He's locked the front up, trying to get the car rolling again. Sounds like it's not too happy with his efforts here.
It's not happy down here, guys. It doesn't want to play.
Corbin featured in our pit stop challenge for Motorvation 35 yesterday in a fight with Joseph Hollis to see who can change out to some skid wheels. The quickest.
Josh has scored himself a pair of double buckets.
Why not?
Yeah. What?
We're being mean to Corbin. We're being mean to him because it doesn't sound happy, but the smoke really isn't there.
You guys are so cool.
Don't blame us.
No.
Richie.
Goodbye.
Tough deal.
He's not listening.
It's heartless.
No, he's not listening. Corbin still carrying on out there in Melton Rubber. Not an awful lot of smoke out of this Tommy.
Not an
There it
awful lot
goes.
of anything out of this commie.
You can see the smoke coming from the front end.
Yes, we've got
Yeesh.
massive fluids dripping from under this car.
Just like an excited puppy.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's that horrible rusty colour.
The Commodore is gushing on the snake pit, and Corbin Jennings is unfortunately... Skid time comes to an end here for his Sportsman Finals attempt. A pad crew going to run out and do some work. Guys out there, Richie and Bridge.
Yeah, condition report is touch moist.
Only localised moisture.
That's right. It's a glorious day. It must be 30. Am I right? Well, you've got
It's
the barometer
hot.
in front of you.
It's hotter than a junkie's teaspoon hot.
Oh, Richie.
Oh, okay.
It's nice with this breeze, though.
It's, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I'm going to credit Peter Flint with that line. That's where I stole it from, at least.
We reset the timer.
Man, this thing just doesn't look right when you see those real little tiny axles on this car. Huge big tubs on it.
Listen to the RPM. This straight six absolutely singing, Chris.
The 93 XG Falcon, Dane Besto in Have a Go. This car is just immaculate. I love it.
Very, very cool to see one of these utilities being absolutely punted around. You try and find one of these in relatively decent nick on country. You can't. You just can't.
Disappearing behind a cloud of smoke. Tyres off, it seems.
Up the northern end of the pad. He's going to have a bit of a celebration. Great job from Dane Besto.
The gods of rubber has been appeased. Have a go it is, and have a go he did. And man, he had a pretty good go at it as well. That was a good burnout.
Great skid.
Did we get a time on how long that didn't take?
I think it was just over a minute. Our clowner was in the orange, but I don't believe it had gone red yet. Here we go. We reset the clock for the midway panel beaters entry. E.B. Lovely. Tristan Bruce Powers on the mats.
He's flying in with a solid tip in. He's been taking notes from Jack Alfarovich.
Yeah, Jack Alfarovich is the master of the 720 tip in. We might see that a little bit later in Orgasm, but at the moment, E.B. Lovely taking front and centre. Ooh, it stumbled there, didn't it?
It's still way down in the revs as he went for the exit chute, tipped it around. I thought he was maybe just getting off of it to save it from the wall.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. I reckon he tagged it with his
tail light.
with the right rear when he spun it around.
Well spotted, Richie. Dead right. It's a broken tail light. And it doesn't quite sound right from our position, Richie.
He's not happy.
Don't worry, it doesn't sound right from here either.
That's not just because you're old.
Not at all.
Good, good.
Not at all. It just doesn't sound right.
It sounds like it's missing at least one of the 6 pots underneath the bonnet.
Just sounds to me like it's too high a gear.
Is he just driving a Volvo now?
Whatever it was, he's done. He's decided enough is enough. Doesn't want to break anything. And let's get out of here. Exit, stage left.
Well, we were just talking about 720 tip-ins. Let's see what Orgasm has got for us. This is Jack Alfarovich in the XR6 AU Falcon, a 2001 vintage. Here we go.
It's a beautiful era of car.
He rocked it in qualifying last night, and I got to say, AU I've always said stands for awfully ugly. When you put those twin headline XR rates front end on them, they look really good.
Absolutely. The rear end so good, the Mercedes decided they wanted to flog in.
Made their own version of the same. Another 20 years later in the modern day.
Didn't quite get a 720 tip in.
No.
Only a rotation.
Yesterday, he threw a set of plugs at it really late in the game yesterday before coming out for his qualifying skid, and it paid off in dividends there. He was pretty high up in the pecking order last night, but this is where it all counts for the silverware tonight.
And skid.
Guys, when it comes to using the burnout pad, Jack Alfarovich is up there amongst the best of them. He knows how to drive this right out along the wall without touching it. I was saying before about touching the corners. He gets into each and every one of them and really uses this pad, figure eighting his way all around the pad. I really, there's not too many drivers that use this Motor Industry burnout pad quite the way that Jack does.
Runs that wall on the drag strip side of the snake pit. It's on over towards the entry chute. We haven't seen him venture up into the exit or entry chute just yet. Maybe he's got that in store. Still has tyres on it. He's got that foot to the firewall, hasn't he, Chris?
He's absolutely planted, and the car is singing the tune at the moment. I don't know, without some shoot action, will it be a big enough score for Jack, though? Because the competition in sportsman is pretty tough. As he works his way through the southern end of the pad, continues to pump the smoke off the back end of the AU Falcon.
If you're watching online, let us know what you think of Jack Alfaravich's spin. There's one tyre. Two down. Wow.
That's 2 down. Hey guys, yeah, it should be pointed out that there are no extra points per se for using the chutes, but of course it looks better and it goes better for your driving ability points. But there are no bonus points, or you don't lose points for not using the chutes.
For a man like Jack, though, who loves to go the chutes, you would expect it from him as Lauren Youngs brings in the car straighter.
How glorious does this thing look? She's gone for the big right hand down tip in. She's gone deep.
Love the sparkle in the sunlight here at Motorvation 35 as Lauren does a bit of circle work up on the crowd side.
She looks like she's in like a ski-doo or something. That paint, the flake is so heavy.
Oh yeah. That's about an extra 30 kilos to the car, just the sheer amount of metal flake in that.
There's about 4 or 5 extra coats of clear coat on top to smooth it all out as well. It glimmers under the sunlight, or even at night when she skids this car. It looks absolutely incredible. And this is on a $200 Junker Barra.
Yeah, nice.
That's how you go. So if it blows, you're not really far out of pocket. Go get another one, whack it in, and off you go.
Lauren skidding with a massive grin on her face.
I just want to do anything in my life that makes me that happy. The way her face is right now.
You just want someone to look at you the way Lauren Youngs looks at skids.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
That's
Doing a fine job of here, pumping the smoke out from the back of the 04 B8 Falcon Ute.
Yeah, she is really doing her best to emasculate the competition here.
You know what? She's done it before, and I'm sure she will continue to push the envelope and do it again, even here at Motorvation 35, because this is a good skid so far for Helen Strader. She pops the tyre.
one left to go on the passenger side.
There it goes.
Some great comments on the feed. Jason says he can lick the paint. Check it out, cut straighter!
Ah, nice job, Lauren, and look at that big smile on her face. That was a good burnout for me and mine, ticking all of the boxes. She drove it well, smoke was consistent, there was lots of smoke, and yeah, used up pretty much all of the burnout tags. Good burnout.
Some great stuff coming in. Marcus Volkovsky says, driving it like it should be. A few other comments. These sixes are off their head. That's from Michael Bryan and Cam Gorman. Yeah, nice.
It's about all you need to say sometimes, isn't it? Just nice.
Let's not go overboard. Let's not complicate things as we kick on into the next skid, Chris.
Bringing it down into the Motor Industries snake pit. Pick up our next contender. Wade Black in Nana's car, the 97 VS Commodore.
Mad Love coming in. Boddington Tyre Service and exclusive white walling on board. Wade Black's rig.
I've got to say, guys, up until, 3 or 4 years ago, I mean, the sportsman's class, I mean, it was pretty dull. It was V6 Commodore after V6 Commodore after V6 Commodore. And then people started playing with Barras cylinders and the Ford 6-cylinder engines, and it's really livened up the sportsman's field. And we're seeing some great burnouts, and of course the V6 Commodore guys have really had to step up their game as well to keep up with the Falcons. I love this class. It's there are some really good drivers, really talented drivers, and there are some tough skids in this class.
It really is a class that appeases itself to the masses as the entry level. You can come in and run at a relatively low expense compared to open and pro class burnouts where people start to throw a lot more horsepower around. You can go get an easy car to skid, do what you need to do to make it survive, and get out there and just start having fun on the pad. Bring it to events like Motorvation. Have fun all day, come blow some tyres at night, and call it a great weekend.
Nana's car. Jeez, I wish my Nana drove her VS just like this. Had a bit of a stumble there as he re-entered the pad.
Back into the wheel spin, pumping smoke out the back of the white Tommy.
2 minutes down on the clock. Almost unforgivable to not be able to get 2 tyres off in that time.
Wade Black continues to try and pump the tyres off it here. Can't get them to blow just yet, but we'll go until they are. You can see the belt flying through the air as it just slung itself into the atmosphere. It gets a tyre down. Now the battens come out. Wade Black gets 2 tyres off in Nana's car.
Yes, the crowd appreciating that end from Nana's car. Getting right behind it, lots of living figure.
The crowd getting into it. Give us a wave if you see yourself on screen. Hey, this one's a bit special. Slunt.
Luke Hall coming out to skid in the slunt, and a very warm wish of a happy birthday to Luke. Give us your best birthday skid in the slunt. Love this stack out the bonnet though. That is just,
I'll tell you what it is. It's unfreaking necessary.
it's phallic out of a Falcon.
They're just waiting to get this skid off the ground. Is he in the car?
We've had a little bit of a dilemma. He's forgotten his shoes.
Oh, he what?
He's like, oh, Mum.
What?
Nah, his helmet. He forgot his helmet.
Oh wow.
He what?
He's too wrapped up in a birthday skid.
Too excited. He's gone, oh, damn, you know what I don't have, I need to skid, is a bit of a safety device.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting because he's hot and bothered because he's had to run all the way back to wherever he's pitted or to whoever was going to give him the
He
helmet.
actually grabbed the helmet off of our last skidder.
Yeah,
There you
right.
go. Well, take a deep breath, Luke. Enjoy your birthday skid. Come and send the slunt into the Muller Industries snake pit for your Motorvation 35 final skid.
Here we go.
That quick jog may have actually assisted him because he seems to have woken up now.
Right into it. Good note from the motor. Good smoke from the back end on the small skinny rear tyres.
I do have to admit, as bad as that exhaust looks, it doesn't sound that bad.
Luke Hall on his birthday, celebrating in style here at Motorvation 35. Give him a shout out in the comments of our live stream. Want to wish Luke a happy birthday with this phallic Falcon, the slunt.
You too can have an exhaust like that. Row 17 at Bunnings.
Straight up from the headers. He's got a gunner pipe, you reckon?
That's expensive. Just grab that off the scrapping.
You can only use the 2 pipe because
tyres off. Both are done. Luke Hall gets the slunt popping tyres as he makes his way out.
Wasn't bad.
He just hit me with a bit of rubber.
Man down, man down.
Hey guys.
Yes.
Have we got a minute? Can we do a quick survey? Maybe our live stream viewers can jump in on this as well. But you know, there's always been a lot of
Turn to your
conjecture.
left,
Is it a
Richie. Turn to your
burnout
left.
or is it a skid?
Right.
Is the $1 million question. So those of you here at the Perth Motorplex today, first of all, I want to ask: is it a burnout? Yeah, okay, that was a little half-hearted. Is it a skid? Oh,
Yeah,
come on.
I reckon it's a skid.
You reckon it's a skid?
Surely it's a skid.
One more time. Is it a burnout? Or is it a skid? No, okay, I'm going to go with skid.
Yeah, at the moment, it's all coming in on our Facebook live stream. Jump onto the Motorvation Facebook page, and it just says skids, skids, skids.
That's all you need.
Oh,
That's
check
all
the
we need.
hairdo up on screen. The mohawk.
Oh, that is cool.
Wow.
That is cool.
How long did that take for you
right.
to sort out this morning, mate? Well, let's go back and check out what the action was here in Sportsman. Chris, starting us off, Copper Hyden.
Kick things off with Joshua Hyde. Out to try and score some points and win some silverware today here at Motorvation 35. In the final skid from Daniel West in Limitar. This was a tidy old skid from Dan.
Look, it was tidy, but I'm surprised he didn't get the tyres off a little quicker.
Yeah, that was that one little thing missing from that skid. But Daniel, it certainly should rack him up some points.
Westy
good
was still
celebration.
happy. He was so happy. Throws that limmy finger out there. I mean, the car's called Limiter. He smacks it all day long. You've got to give it a good dose of limmy. Fluids coming from out from under the tailgate here for Gargoyle. Benny Goyle had an interesting time. A stumble at the start. Means that he didn't collect as many points as he could have. But Toy, how was this?
Shawnee Davidson worked his way around the pad and started to really own the joint with the big old boxy body of the Falcon. Nick Parrington thought he might have had his issues sorted out with the Waghoon, but unfortunately fell victim to that cutout issue that he was dealing with in his qualifying skid again here in the finals.
This was good. This was big. We check out Maleficent.
Laurie Messenger gave the wall a pretty decent tap right about there. And then again, later on in the skid, that's from the other angle.
See just how much force he pushed through, but giving the limestone wall a bit of a touch-up right in front of the crowd as well as another angle. Bang! Moving the rear of that car across. Problems for our man Corbin.
And melting rubber.
Leaving a whole heap of fluid. You want those fluids inside the car, Chris.
Yeah, you've got to keep them inside the box that they are contained in. This beautiful Falcon ute, though, came out to play. Dane Bairstow, have a go. This thing just tore the pad a new one. As Tristan Bruce Prowers came in trying to back that up. And it was good to start, but ultimately it didn't quite end up going the way he would have liked. Jack Alfarovich came in. It was a tidy skid, but I was really looking for more use at the chutes from Jack. Didn't quite get that full 720 on the tip in, but
Yeah, you're right.
still an Alfarovich skid.
Got in nice and tight to the walls. And Richie mentioned that skill that Alfarovich is renowned for sort of showing. Getting up close and personal with the concrete, getting into the corners. As we just saw flashes there. Car straight up. Let's keep going. We move on into the first of our...
We move on into the wall. Didn't get it, but man, that was close.
One loose VE out on track. This is Aaron O'Brien. Richie, from your point, how hard was that hit?
Yeah, I think that is too loose of VE. No, it didn't hit.
Just came super close to
He
it.
just managed
Almost
to
licked it.
catch it, but he was close.
I think your turn last night, you could barely fit a cigarette paper between the wall and the front bumper of that thing.
I'll take that on word because I've never smoked a day in my life. So, but yes, that's correct. But I do know what a cigarette paper is.
One loose VE of Aaron O'Brien kicking us off. This is open class. We turn up the action a little bit throw an extra 2 pots of party inside the bonnet, and we make it happen here for the final skids of Motivation 35.
We're all about those party pots. 55 seconds is down. A minute. He's throwing belts.
Already getting into smashing these tyres off the back of the V8 Commodore.
Wrenching the front row with smoke. He's got 2 down and rim bashes his way towards the exit. Aaron O'Brien bringing the hurt to the Mullet Industries snake with the first of our open skids, and what a way to open the account for the 8 pots.
Man, that's a good skid there from Aaron O'Brien. It was tidy, it was short and sharp, got both tyres blown. Big party at the end there. You can see him just dragging his party pipes all the way out the back door as he leaves in style to a very happy crowd. They'll be pumped out of that skid.
Absolutely. I mean, this is what motivation's all about. The heat, the rubber, the noise. It's been one hell of a 3-day horsepower party right here at Perth Motorplex for Motivation 35 as we kick on into the next skid. Great shots up on the super screen. If you can't see the car out there for the smoke, cast your eyes up towards the tunnel.
Proceeds brings the Commodore out to party. Tiny looking car. One of the programmers up front. The fuel and I think V&A engines action on board for this Commodore. It's got that really solid note to it as well. He's blown the rear bumper to bits already. Gets a tyre off inside the minute marker. Was that 2 off? Just the
that's just the one left.
Yeah, looks like the passenger side is still intact. Does he know he's still got a tyre? I'm not sure. Oh, if he's chosen to drive off without knocking that passenger side rear away, that's going to cost him.
Yeah, for me and mine, guys, I don't think he used enough of the burnout pad. He seemed to like it in the middle there, and that's pretty much where he stayed. Look, he wasn't bad. He made lots of smoke and all of that sort of stuff. Just for me and mine, I don't think he drove the car enough.
Well, this man can certainly drive the car. This is the first of what we're expecting to be a double skid and a wall tap for Taj Mills. It's molested.
Yeah, it's a little more molested right at the moment as well.
Bearing the scars of the assaults all over the rear end.
The front bumper looking a little worse for wear at the moment. It's kind of half hanging off on the driver's side. There's 30 seconds in and he's whited out the Mullet Industries snake pit.
See, the wind's changed directions too, guys. It's starting to move more to the north.
Yeah, we had here at Perth Motorplex, and it comes up the Grand Strip to quarter mile and runs north to south here in Kwinana.
One tyre down on the driver's side.
Slapping the belts on the passenger side tyre. Just about ready to let it go. There it goes.
Not bad. Not a bad skid. Taj Mills gets 2 down. He's going to be happy with that as they fumble for the door handles. Give it up for Taj Mills.
Passenger was struggling to get out there, but good effort from Taj. I did like that one. Drove the pad well, made the smoke. Yeah, unfortunately a little wall tap, so that'll go against him.
Sounded like you need a bottle of water there, Richie.
Trust me, I have one. What I really need is a can of Jack Daniels.
Or a slushy. How good would that be right now?
Heaven on a stick, mate, or heaven in a cup.
In a cup.
Yeah, get me slushing.
I can see my mate DJ out there on the fence. He was up on the screen for a little bit. G'day, Deej.
Here we
famous,
go.
mate.
Next contender, Chris Jackson. In lane fat. Brings
Back door open. The back door's open. Marshall's going to shut this one down so they can shut him up. Or is the momentum going to shut? Looks like it has.
I reckon momentum shut the door.
Pumping green smoke.
That is just toxic looking, isn't it?
Looks right on screen. As we get the first 7 seconds of the skid. see he's gone without the bonnet this time, just trying to get a little bit more air around the engine bay. Keep the intake air a little cooler as he comes to a stop in the middle of the pad.
Not something that we saw up until recent years.
Oh, that was a big wall hit, guys.
Oh, really?
We missed that one.
Yeah, no, he dragged right across the wall. Hit it big.
Wow. The party pipes might have saved him here, as it doesn't look like it's done anything too untoward to the rear end of the car. The taillights or the bumper.
Minute 20 on the clock. Sounded like I swear I heard tyres, but I couldn't see for the smoke.
Yeah, he got that light. He's got one down. He's still got another one to go.
Revs went away for just a second as the friction turns up a little bit. He popped that first tyre for May and Fat. Chapter still has to pop back to the side here. Give the Commodore tipped off in the skid. There it goes. 2 tyres off for Jackson.
Great skid. You can see that throttle linkage is working overtime in sync with his footwork. You got to put your hands together for Chris Jackson. An incredible skid out there and echoed sentiments on the Facebook live stream. What did you guys think from the wall? What the heck is this? Tip-ins on the entry chute. I've not seen it before, Richie.
Well, we saw one last night, but only one. I tell you what, maybe there's a sneaky move there because he's filled it up with smoke and nobody can see.
We haven't seen him come out of the entry chute yet. He turned it in really early.
I reckon it's gone quiet.
It's still running. I can hear it. It didn't sound like he lost any RPM until right then.
No, it's not happy. I can't see a thing, I've got to tell you.
He hasn't even made it onto the pad by the looks and sounds of it.
Hopefully you got a better shot from the speedway cam than I have.
Unfortunately, like we're looking from the northern end back towards the entry chute, and it is just caved in with smoke.
It's just a wall of smoke. You can't see.
There we go.
There it is.
He was in trouble there, but he's going to continue on.
Yes, Flaccid is on pad right now, and I tell you what, he's done himself a massive disservice because he can't see a damn.
Yeah, no, he's injured. Have you seen that front left?
It's got cockeyed steering for sure.
Yeah, no, he's broken steering on that.
Entrant number 292.
And yeah, that is struggling to even steer itself around in a circle.
Gavin Van Brooklyn has nosed the front left into a wall hard, broken the steering, massive amounts of toe out.
Toe out on turns.
Gonna have to get his passenger to hop out. There we go. Kick that front wheel. Hey! Sure he did. Show him the way out. Na, 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. Wow. We are mean. Well,
Popped the bag though.
he wasn't going to take it off the pad without getting the tyres off, even if it did mean an on-brake skid. Next up, Seathan. This is Steve Hendricks.
Brings the bright red Falcon to play, and that note sounds real solid to start things off. Gonna drag the curtain of smoke all the way into the pad.
Bit of a more traditional entry onto the Mullen Industries snake pit after what we saw from Flaccid.
Listen to the RPMs of this thing. Stevie Hendricks, that thing is screaming.
Smoke pouring off this thing.
Look at the way it dissipates across the pad as well. It drives back into it just to pump it a bit more and hide behind the smoke he's pushing out.
Sentiments online echoing the massive amounts of RPM in this skid. Mental times out there on the pad. Not much velocity. There's not an awful lot of movement there right now, but we can hear a tyre off.
It's that slow, old-school kind of skid, not throwing it around recklessly as he gets 2 tyres off, just breathing his way around the pad, showboating the Seething Falcon.
It's on song. It sounds good, but I didn't see an awful lot of movement out there. Maybe Richie saw something that I didn't.
All I saw, mate, was a whole bunch of smoke.
We all know how much you love burnout smoke.
Oh, yeah. Hey, listen, I'm just thinking too.
Yes.
Going back to Mr. Flaccid and doing his doughies in the entry chute.
Yes.
You know the old saying, fortune favours the bold. Well, unfortunately, it didn't work for Flaccid this time. But more and more people are going to see it being done, and more people are going to want it worked out. And it's only a matter of time before we see a handful of cars that are going to be able to do it, and a handful of cars that can nail it through there.
So I think
you watch, more and more people are going to give it a go.
In that instance, you're going to be looking at smaller cars like your Geminis, your Cortinas, little short wheelbase cars packing some serious horsepower, some power to weight ratio. It's a good steering geometry. I'd like to see. Oh, so close to the wall. I'd love to see some short wheelbase cars have a go at donuts in the entry chute before they even make the pack.
I doubt we'll ever see something like this, do
I
we?
reckon it's only a matter of time before we see more and more of it.
I reckon there's a great opportunity for burnout competitors to become meteorologists because you're actually waiting for the right wind direction as well. That would have worked and paid off earlier this morning when it had reverse flow.
As Joseph Hollis in Drop It
Yeah,
just
he's
has
in
to
all
grab
sorts of strife.
reverse after it was pointing out towards the limestone, choosing his next point of direction.
I spoke to Joseph this morning and he was told that those uncertainties would not put damage to his body.
Well, he's done exactly that. Having the rear end. Really cool to see the double Smoky Joes out there. You start to see that colour go away, Chris.
Yeah, as you start to burn through that layer of where the colour sits in the rubber tyre. Good to see 2 different colours off the back end. You know what, as these tyres go through their heating cycle, the colour comes back in and then goes away again. And then as the next car comes in and the next skid, they'll drive through the rubber that he's put down and you'll get a little wisp of the colour again. It kind of just hangs around for a while.
Just the gift that keeps on giving. This could be a little bit of a ballsy move. No, he's got plenty of room.
We've got massive fire though.
Whoa. We just saw the lick of that fire through the smoke as he came to a stop. That is coolant on the pad and Drop It is not happy.
They're telling him to get that bonnet up. We've got 4 fire marshals at the ready. Are we going to see? Oh, this is not good because the longer that bonnet stays down, the longer whatever's happening under there has to catch.
Chunky bits here, guys.
Oh dear. Let's have a squiz. Richie's on the scene.
Yeah,
Just watch yourself.
There's chunky
out there.
bits right there. There's smouldering chunky bits. Ladies and gentlemen, I got a sneaking suspicion we may have just gone Rodney.
Have we developed a new inspection port?
There is, yeah. I think they have gone south. It's bloody hot in there. I can't quite pick it from there, but there is lots of shrapnel on the ground, and I think this is one very, very
I'm seeing
second-hand Commodore Ute.
Rod end cap just brought over here.
Ooh.
With,
Well, that'll still be steaming hot. But Chris, let's check the replay. Cast your eyes up to the soup screen if you want to see where it all went wrong.
This
Big
was the
tip
tip-in. Grabbed the limestone on the way in and dragged it and then brought it up and bam, grabbed it again. He got both walls on the tip-in. Caught it with the right-hand side tail light on the limestone, then went, I'm going to carry some speed here. Got the 2 rotations, actually
missed it
with the part of the bumper that was hanging off, but didn't actually hit it the second time. And then, boom, that big flame as the engine suffered a rapid, unscheduled disassembly.
Yes, there's big end bearing cap on the wall over here. It looks delicious.
Well, Bridget, we are going to take a super quick
look
break
at
while we
this.
go. Go
Look
on,
at this.
Richie, jump in.
I don't know if you can get it. I don't want to pick it up because it's hot, but that's a gudgeon pin right there.
Wow. That is, like you said, Chris, an unscheduled rapid engine disassembly. Hey, we're going to take a super short break. We'll be back very, very soon with more from Open Finals here at Motorvation 35.
Perth Motorplex ignites at a drag racing night of fire this Saturday. Jet dragsters are back for an afterburning onslaught at over 400 Ks. Supercharged fun for everyone with a door slamming SummerSlam and Nitro bikes. Plus fireworks to cap off a huge night of fire. Fire-breathing jet drags to fireballs and awesome drag racing this Saturday. Tickets at motorflex.com.au.
Just like that. It's all about the ride. Dreams do get bigger at Fridays. Saltaire Way, Port Kennedy.
Anything you need streamed, you need Front Row Screens.
Maguire's Motor X is on. Melbourne Showground. Entries open now. Are you Street Elite, a Pro-Com beast, a muscle car marvel, off your head off-roader, or a rare spares real street machine?
Straight into it, we pick up a bit of a fan favourite. It's the Weapon 32, the Wild 32, Michelana.
You know what? We were talking about doing goalies in as a part of the tip-in. If there's one man and one car I think could do it, it's this one.
Oh yeah. He would surely have a crack at it.
So this is actually a car that has been used regularly in drift demos. LS Swamp, 4-door, it's an R32 Skyline. It's got nothing shut front knuckles, full cage. Doesn't look like it's got any of that magic blue white stab and stuff under there, but you'll find that he's got more lock than standard. Great show there. You can see just how far out of the car. There. And that front end really coming out. You'll also have a hydro handbrake in there as well, full on, which really helps with the tipping, initiating into that big slide on the first move of the skid.
You can see how much lock is grabbing. He can rotate this car pretty much about its front axis as he goes for an entry shoot. And surely he'll use this as an opportunity to demonstrate that, because it pivots on a dime before he drives it back down the chute and into the pad.
That's also where that hydro handbrake completely locked the rear end. Oh, super close to the wall there for Michelana. He's WA's favourite son when it comes to drifting. He's competed internationally. He's won skid comps down south here in WA, and he's put on one hell of a show here at the Motorplex, and he's doing it once again here at Motorvation 35. We've done the motorsport in the 4-door Skyline.
Weapon 32 working it here on the Mullet Industries snake bed. 1 minute and 40 into this skid and smashing the tyres off of it, and he's down to rims again, backing it up to the limestone. Great skid.
Just singing the song of his people to the crowd. Gets out. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Mitch Runner!
Guys, I don't normally do this, but I reckon that could be a win burnout right there. That was good. Up the chute, touched the wall, total control, constant smoke, continuous smoke, got the tyres off, drove it off the pad. That was awesome. That could be a winner's kick.
As cool as cucumbers. Like on the way past, he's like one arm out the window, casual as left hand on the top of the steering wheel, full lock, bang, nothing.
Straight into it. Blackjack comes in to pick things up in skids. Jeff Jackson in the Banana Performance Commodore.
With the tiniest supercharger that you've ever seen at the bottom.
Yeah, and the tiniest wing on the back as well. Really, really pushing the limits of performance aftermarket accessories here used in open class burnouts. Not often we've had a supercharged car come play this.
Oh, I think that might have been contact with the concrete wall.
It's a wing off.
That was a tap there, guys.
Did it take the wing off though?
It is
still there.
The big wang is still there.
Big home crowd favourite here. People are loving it.
Comment on the live stream. Did you love the big wang? yes, he should. I'm glad I heard that correctly. I'm thinking, did they just say wang?
Jeff Jackson putting on a show with the Blackjack Commodore. Gets the tyres off. Give him a round of applause for Blackjack. Great skid.
Let's check this out. Firing it into the pad. 360. Bang! Bang into the wall. Blackjack serving it up.
As Blackjack leaves the pad with a rim bash and a lemmy bash for the crowd. Just to say one final thank you for Motorvation 35. Next contender lined up at the entry chute, ready to rock and roll for this final skid. It's Fry GM8 Jake Proudfoot sings us the song of his people, and it's a high-speed tip-in. Great start to the skid. Big stones on the tip-in.
Cabin's completely fogged in. He's got the earbuds on front. 30 seconds into this. He's right out of the Mullen Industries snake net.
Drags him up to the northern end of the pad, just completely cavers in with smoke. Rocking in true Commodore form, no fuel for the lead. Just let himself go.
Apples from the tree.
Low hanging fruit.
Just like us. 1 minute 7 into it, he's got both tyres off. That is a short, sharp skid. I think if you had to characterise that in one word, it was aggressive.
Yeah, that was hard out. He was not going to let up on that car until it popped both tyres. And give it up for the crowd. They are loving it as well.
Oh yes, on that fence, those lemmy fingers are pumping.
Even filming for the gram as well. Jake Proudfoot, Fry GMH, puts on a show here on the Mullen Industries Snake Pit. That was a really good skid.
Great stuff. And we are getting closer and closer to our pro skids. But at the moment, we kick it back with Arsonist here to set it all on fire. Little shallow tip in there, staying down the south end. Up against the wall. Disappears from view for a moment there, laces the pad with thick smoke. He's serving this one up.
Skid. All the limiter as well is just smashing the top end of the taco. Pops a tyre, both tyres in quick succession. Bang on 92 seconds. Great skid from Alex Olsop, but the fire crew are running out. Guys down on deck, what's the situation?
All fairly quiet under there as everyone's getting real close, being told, pop that bonnet, you can see.
Yeah, there it is.
Liquid flame, yep.
Unfortunately, the driver couldn't actually see through the cabin smoke to realise that his car's on fire, and the fireys are all tapping like, come on, let's go.
Crack it open, because it is still licking a flame down there. Alex Olsop cut a wild skid, and the arsonist lives up to his name because that car is on fire.
Well, I mean, you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes, and when you name a car after like that, you know what's going to happen. Alex Allsop, it was a great skid. It was aggressive. It had all the right noises, ticked all the right boxes for me.
Really did the job. Plenty of smoke. Good wheel work on the pad. Be interesting to see. Well, obviously the fire is going to cost him here, but I think he got both tyres off before the fire. So how they judge that and score it on his card, if he can still leave under his own power, might not actually hurt him too much in this final skid for Motivation 35.
Oh, it fired up and then it shut down.
You hear the starter turning over. It's trying.
It's got like 5 rugged duggers in it.
All the ugger duggers, you reckon?
No, that's a rugged dugger. That's a technical term for how many times it turns over.
Okay. Well, he's going to drive it off the pad. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the arsonist. Great shots there on screen of our crowd. Cutie's out there too. How's the pink hair? How's the pink smoke?
Rowdy Mantak, Alcatraz brings out the coloured smoke. This is going to be a wild-ass skid from Rowdy as he tips it around. Listen to it singing the song and pumping the smoke out across the pad. We're going to lose him as he turns it around once more. He's just about gone behind the smoke there. That is wild here from Rowdy Mantak.
Solid RPM in this. Just absolutely pegged.
Massive plumes of pink smoke out across the pad. Climbing the stands and into the crowd. Alcatraz hits the 1 minute mark. As you can see, all the smarter spectators enjoying themselves in the shade, out of the smoke, and they can still soak up some burnouts here at MV35.
I think my old man Kim's out there somewhere.
Yeah, they're not entirely out of the smoke though, guys.
You can't escape it no matter where you go.
I got to tell you, I reckon I'll be blowing blue, pink, black, purple boogers for a week.
Rowdy Mantak gets both tyres off and blows them to bits. Give it up for Alcatraz!
Loves it.
Yeah, I like that. Good skid. Ticked all the boxes, lots of smoke, great driving. That's up there as well.
So Alcatraz making his way off the pad, salutes the crowd. As we get set. Smokey Joe's white blue.
Goes with the blue smoke. Hellbound. This is a real angry, tough 8-cylinder car. That note is just unmatched in our open field in West Australian skids. The lights set off the paint, sets off the whole look of the car, and this thing is a wild thing to watch out on pad.
Give us a shout out if you are watching online. Great to have you here on the Facebook live stream from Motorvation 35 on the Perth Motorplex in conjunction with Summonats. 40 seconds into this skid for Hellbound.
Pumping the smoke from the flatbed tray. I love the way this car is presented. Always so good. But you know what? The choice to run coloured smoke, not only do they cost a little bit more, but have you seen how hard it is to get rid of the colour? It just drenches the paintwork on these cars after the skid.
Yeah, it gets ingrained in there. You've really got to be up there with your paint maintenance to really try and keep one of these contamination free.
It's pretty much a cut and polish just to get the colour back out of the paint stand. They are a lot. The Gardner doesn't care now. The colour's gone from the tyres, and the tyres have nothing left down to the rims. Hell Hellbound cuts a wild skid here for MV35. Give it up for Shane Gardner.
The gods of rubber are smiling. The Church of the Holy Smoke is open for business, and we are singing songs of praise this afternoon. Man, this open class is just going off, I got to tell you. Here's another one that I think could be a contender.
Steve James pipes up, effing mint-looking rig on the Facebook live stream. There's a few people that are very appreciative of the stream coming out on Facebook as we kick into our next skid. Who have we got, Chris?
Jason Garrigan, anger management comes into play. Being around this car, when he hits the loud pedal and you're behind it, you've got to duck. Because the percussion and the rubber that gets thrown at you very, very quickly, you really don't want to be in the way of this car.
Mate, I think you've just got to work on your flinch reflex, all right? Maybe grow a pair and just suck it up for a sec.
Take it on the chin, you reckon?
Take it on the chin, the forehead, wherever it smacks you in the face.
Anger management, working through the pad, completely wiping himself out here in the Motor Industries snake pit already.
50 seconds down, up near the entry chute. Jason Garrigan taking his frustrations out on this car, because that's the key to good anger management, is finding somewhere to focus your negative energy. 2 tyres in quick succession, Chris. What does that tell us about a skid?
He's working the car the same left and right. He's got even weight balance, so he probably lays it out the same as his passenger as well. Keeps it working the same both ways and gets both tyres off in quick succession. That really tells the tale that you are working that car properly.
Shout outs from Anthony Christensen, watching from isolation in Perth. Tough break for you, Anthony. Wish you could be here. Make sure you keep an eye for Motorvation 36, either entrance tickets, which are on sale now, or spectator tickets, which will go on sale closer to the date, 4th, 5th and 6th February. Check it out.
Hey, J-Matt, you're just saying to Anthony, you wish you could be here, but we're glad you're not.
Yeah, look, it does suck to be him, but
enjoy the ISO live.
Yeah, look, at least we're putting a fat show on for him to enjoy.
Jason Kent in Nanospec gets through the first 30 seconds of the skid in this relatively stock-looking Commodore. Definitely doesn't sound all stock on board as he does the work through the pad. Pumping the smoke out the back end.
Great to see the kids getting into it as well. We train them up young here in Perth.
Yeah, you've got to start the addiction early. Get them indoctrinated at a young age. Keeps our skid fields nice and healthy.
That's it. Fresh meat. Fresh meat for the sport. The sport demands it.
A couple of pops coming from Jason as he works it through. 1 minute and 20 down. And it looks like both tyres are off at Nanospec. Get both off.
That's the second Nanospec that we've had here today.
Well, there's Nana's car.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Nana's car and Nanospec. I'm getting slightly confused. Now, someone was asking if Ken Oath has already been out. No, Ken Oath is up on the pad right now.
Just let us listen to the RPM.
Ah, let it sing. Like this. Just soak it in. It's a good 1,000 RPM higher than anything else. Hopefully you are. If you're on the Facebook live stream, you're watching with a decent sound system, I fully recommend to crank this one up. We'll let Jason Tannian do his thing out here on the Motor Industries snake pit. Nah, who cares about that?
For pro class?
Yeah, it's worth it.
Tannian up the entry chute and back down, letting this Ford absolutely scream its pipes. He's pumped as well, his fist pumping out the side of the car. Keeping it up for the crowd. Ken Oates goes across the 1 minute mark in this skid.
as he gets out. Give it up for Knife. This is Jason Tadian. Richie, what was your take on that one?
Awesome.
That's all we need.
Yeah, short and sweet, to the point.
What else can I say, mate? He drove
it.
it up the chute, he turned it around, it was clean. He used all of the burnout pad, got the tyres away. There's not much you can say that, and like I say, for a Ford, he can make that thing sing, and you don't hear that. I mean, we don't see a lot of Fords on the burnout pad anyway, but that is a tough one. Well done.
We move on to the next skid. The Red Holden Utility. This is Thrasher.
Kicking things off with a brilliant entry. Went all the way to the north wall and teased an exit chute. And he runs sans bonnet. We might see a lot of that today with the temps we have.
Teased an exit chute.
Yeah.
Just gave the hole a tickle.
Teased the out hole.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Didn't go in.
No, not in the out hole. Just teased it.
Just teased it.
Yes.
Gave it a tickle.
Yes, you're picking it up. Oh, yeah,
Picking up what
you're
you're
there.
talking about.
Aaron James smashing the limiter on this thing. Look at the belt rash that has tarnished the back end of this Holden Ute. Wouldn't have it any other way. As he disappears completely behind this cloud of smoke that lingers on the snake pit.
Lucky there's a breeze.
One minute 10 into it. James continues to thrash his way through the center of the pad. Whoa, right up against the wall on the tip.
He's well skilled at muscling this car around the pad.
You know you're doing well when you get a bump-in reaction from Bridget here. She knows what's up as he blows the angel wings off the rear bumper.
I'm just trying to get over your out.
Richie, it was just the tip. All right.
2 tyres off for Aaron James. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Thrasher.
The passengers got the freebies. Great
Good
stuff.
catch.
Yeah, it was a good catch from
A
the front
really
row. Here we
good
go.
arm. Good arm.
Oh, come on. You had to.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
they're not going to pick that up. Come on, lads. You're going to have to.
Hey.
Did he take a tumble? like he's wearing a helmet.
Oh, we've got. They're wanting to go for it.
Good skid, good work, and mostly a good arm on throwing out the goodies for the crowd.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
work from Aaron James and Thrasher.
That's a high-speed drift spec entry there. He's getting told by our marshals, settle it down, mate, settle it down. As we kick it off with the next one.
What was the rules on taking it off under its own steam?
I don't think the amount of exuberance showcased as the exit came into it. You just had to get it off.
It was undisclosed.
Yes.
Doesn't matter how hard you get it off, you just have to get it off.
Just get it off out the out hole.
Just get it off.
Michael Donnelly with the dirty LS has been punishing this car this weekend. We've seen him out 8-mile drag racing, super cruising, at the skids last night. He's taken the bonnet off to keep things a little cooler in the engine bay tents, and he's out for his final skid, and look at the smoke that is pouring out of this thing.
I actually can't believe you're going to say this, but there's too much smoke.
Never.
No
Blasphemy.
such thing, Bridget Bell. You wash your mouth out with soap right now. As we soak it up. Donnelly in the dirty LS.
Oh, the revs are really dipped down. As he gets the tyres off. And it struggles to play ball, but he's got the job 90% done for Michael Donnelly.
Gotta love it, the dirty LS!
Hey guys, I've got a question to ponder, something to think about.
Go, Richie.
Okay. Old mate throws a bumper off his car. Well, you know, he breaks the bumper off.
Right.
It's still attached to the car.
Okay.
Said bumper swings around, contacts wall.
Nah, doesn't count.
Is that a contact?
Doesn't count.
Sure.
No.
Not unless the entire front end comes like, yeah, no, it doesn't count.
Being controversial.
Tommy Peters in
that
the
bus
old
coming to
school
stop.
Mafia staff car, hanging out in the back seat, fat arming it out the rear window. I love this car. It's just something so incredibly different, and by comparison up against the Commodores and steel bumper, it's stupid, but it's cool.
Richie.
It's quite ugly, but it's cool in its ugliness, and it's just cool for what it's doing out there. You wouldn't expect something, that's this old and this ugly to go out and tear up tyres like it does.
Now, I've spoken to Tommy Peters about how this thing drives, and he says it's an absolute pig of a thing. But it's interesting just how much he's whipping this thing around, throwing it right out there. He doesn't actually have a passenger with him. He's on his own in the car. Has he got both tyres off?
No.
He's still got rubber. What's happened? Something surely has gone wrong for Tommy Peters.
It sounds awfully quiet. Still idling, but rolling out.
Maybe he just wasn't having a good time. It was just, the vibe was off.
Oh, get out.
So Tom Peters leaves with both tyres intact in this skid.
Next up, this is Yeet.
Zared Fox Automotive on the side for Zared himself. And he says the exact same as he sends it into the pad.
I just imagine that as every burnout driver wants to go into the pad, goes to throw the right hand out, yeet! Gotta love it. We are in open, ladies and gentlemen. Your open finals on screen for Motorvation 35. The culmination of 3 days of the greatest horsepower party on the West Coast. And I reckon we're punched above our weight. We're going to try and lay claim to the national title.
Might as well we'll just claim it out now, eh? We'll take it on. Big party here at Motorvation 35 as we get ready for Motorvation 36 coming in 12 months' time. Entrant participation entries are open. You can get in, you can get your car entered 12 months ahead of the event. You've got time to polish it off and finish up things and get it all sorted. We are such a long way, but it's awesome to have those entries open up already for MV36 before we're even done with the 35th edition.
Jared Fox. He's got some cool cars in the garage. Go check him out, Jared Fox Automotive. Foggy. He's absolutely foggy. Cooling. Pouring out the front, but he's managed to get the tyres off. He's got to be happy with that one.
Yeah, left very quickly. Just, I'm out of here. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen. Yeet! But Zared Fox gets it done here on the Mullet Industries Snake Pit. We'll just get a little checked over as now we bring in Brendan Coleman, the Fat E.
He said that all his troubles went away when he got rid of that unreliable Ford motor and put the LS in the front end. Go on, at you in the comments.
Trying to pump some smoke. It was a little light on the way in. Had some wheel speed going. But not too much in the smoke department right now.
Oh, big high-speed move. Coleman putting on a great show. Goes up the entry chute. Loving it. That's going to hurt him. That moment of stationary skid, the judge is going to pick up on that.
But he really wanted to take a moment, it looked like, just to pull things up and try and get some smoke pumping out the back, because it really wasn't pushing huge amounts of smoke out the back of the Falcon. Now he's getting a bit more smoke happening, but as he picks up the car speed on the way in again, it goes away for just a second. He's pushing the car, but it's not really pumping the smoke as much as he would like.
He's going up the entry chute again, as we see the Jegs Ninja. Throw it up in the live stream. That's Chad Douglas there in the Jegs fire suit on the entry chute, wearing the balaclava.
How hot with that ball right now in the sun?
once you get that thin film of sweat in there, you're just fine.
Stewing in your own juices.
Absolutely.
Brennan Coleman into the northern end of the pack. Taking the slow approach now. Trying to pump some smoke. As we hit 2 minutes, and he's still yet to get these tyres off. This must be a hard-wearing tyre on the back of this Falcon.
These ones are good for 90,000.
Yeah, well, he's clocked up about 45 out here on the Mullet Industry Snake Pit just in this skid alone. And set the comments on fire.
You started a Ford versus LS war.
Yeah, it's well and truly brewing. The civil war in this joint. Brendan Coleman. I tell you what, he's at his happiest when he's out there on that Mullet Industry Snake Pit. Nice job for the Fat E. The Pig SS coming on out. Bradley Hughes.
Brings the bright red Commodore into party. Passengers having some fun here. It's a bit of a high-speed tip-in. And arrests it nicely with a big plume of smoke. The Pig already dropping the back of the bumper, just really hanging on there as he goes straight. Just teases the out-hole again. Burying in a cloud of smoke here on the Mullet Industry Snake Pit. Taking it nice and slow on the run down the wall. Tip in, a little break in the smoke. And is smashing the limiter of the Pig SS.
Runs that concrete wall. Big high-speed maneuver up the northern end of the pad as 60 seconds click down on the timer. There's no time limit on this, it's go till you blow. Qualifying was tough. We had a 90-second limit. You had to get your tyres off if you wanted to collect maximum points. You had to do it in that 90 seconds.
Well, we had like 140, 150 cars to get through before we hit the end of the night. Here we go till we blow here today for the finals at Motorvation 35. And we're already focusing on the next car. we had enough of the Pig SS. He's working it. He's going back up the in-hole.
Whips it around. It's a tight shoot to try and get a whole heap of metal turned around 180 degrees. You've got to get it right because you can go oh so wrong. Peering through the smoke once more, we go to the wide shot. Tyres down. Was that both? No, we still have the passenger side on that rear end yet to blow. There it is.
Nicely done. The Pig SS does its job, gets the tyres off. Ladies and gents, give it up for Bradley Hooten.
Nice job, round of applause from the crowd. He's coming out to the wall. He's got that good arm on him. Chuck some merch. Wonder what he's throwing out. Is he going to throw the bumper? Nah, great job there from Brad Houghton in the Pig SS. Oh, ooh. Nice. Throws the bumper in the back seat. Why not?
Yeah, you've got to take it with you somehow, and we saw before just draping it over the back end of the car. Usually will fall off as you leave the pad.
Nothing some cable ties and race tape won't fix.
Yeah. If you can't fix it with race tape, you're not using enough race tape.
Very much. Brandon Egan throws it out there. Free bumper. Anyone after a red free bumper? $50 on Gumtree. Abyss makes his way out onto the Mullet Industry Snake Pit. Good smoke, lumpy engine though.
Bailey Marsh in the 71 HQ. Sans bonnet. Pumping out that smoke at the moment. You can see he's sporting that little bit of damage to the left front of the car. As we saw from the qualifying skids last night here at Motorvation 35. Whiting out the pad. The HQ Ute back into the southern end. Minute and 20 into the skid for Bailey Marsh, continuing to pump this HQ and pop a tyre off. He's just looking to get that driver's side tyre down. There it goes, bang on the 128 mark. Great work from Abyss. The wind seems to be picking up here in the afternoon, J-Mac, and it's clearing out the smoke quite quickly from the snake pit, so we can see what's happening.
He is absolutely stoked. Loving it. Bailey Marsh. This car has copped an absolute hiding over the course of 3 days of Motorvation 35. It has done its job. It's made it all the way to the end. Bailey can go home a happy man.
Good skid as we pick up our next contender. Shannon Carson brings out the Commodore Ute. Illicit.
Passengers look a little bit nervous as they get ready for the tip in. Will we go to the 720? Not quite 2 full rotations.
Man, those RPM, they are off the scale at the moment. That thing is screaming.
It really is. Quite high in the revs. Sounds fantastic. And keeping that wheel speed right up there for the Illicit Commodore Ute.
Big move. It's great getting out close to the wall. This is a thing, for those of you that maybe haven't been to the Perth race in the past, it looks like it's an absolutely massive pad. And in comparison, it's probably about the same size as Sydney, but their entry and exit chutes don't have concrete bollards all the way along. Right. There goes one tyre. So the Motorplex can be a bit of a scary place if you've not done a lot of time out here, Richie.
Deep in the outhole.
Just wants to toss that one under there. 2 tyres or 1 tyre? It sounds good. It looks pretty flat on the back end. 2 tyres off at 120. Give it up for Shannon Carson.
Great job. Awesome looking car.
Yeah, it was nicely done. He went up the exit chute, didn't touch the wall. He's got us pretty well smoked in here, and I like it. It was good. And man, that thing was just screaming.
It sounded incredible through our headphones up here in commentary. Man, oh man, we hope you are enjoying everything that we've put on here at Motorvation 35. We're looking to do it all again in just over 12 months' time, February 4th, 5th and 6th.
I just discovered something that I just done 20 years ago.
What was that?
Sit up in the shady yellow area to commentate.
Is that where you are?
I am. And I gotta say, I'm probably gonna move a little further south onto the grass because it's a bit smoky up there.
Richie Howard, the one and only burnout commentator who does not like the tyres on.
Ethan Watts in out on bail, this little Gemini in the short wheelbase, putting in the work last night to qualify for this final skid. And it was a wild skid he put in last night, don't they?
Wild indeed, out on bail. Is absolutely tearing it up. A real lumpy, low, bassy engine note on this thing.
State
Making all
difference.
its power down low, loads of torque.
Good call there, Chris. I was about to say the same thing. Is it an LS? Can you tell me if it's an LS on this?
I have no idea. Okay, go find out. The Gemini though, stark difference compared to Jenny Carson's Illicit just a moment ago. We had the high revs and this low, thunderous romp of out on bail as he got right up to the wall, but it's gone out, he's done.
I reckon there's only 1 tyre gone there.
Ooh.
We're looking at a passenger side that's gone down.
It
The
looks
back
flat.
end of that car looks nice and level. I would bet that it's 2, unless another camera angle will tell us differently. See as he pops out. I reckon he's got both off. But our judges had the final say, Richie.
Indeed they do, but just as it drives down the aeroflow return road, it looks a little more even. When it was parked up on the pad, I just thought it looked like it tipped to the driver's side a bit more.
All right, here we go. The car that caught fire on the way into Motorvation 35 got repaired overnight, and a roller coaster of a weekend for this man, Jack Alfarovich. It's jackpot.
Did we just see someone stack it in the crowd just there? Anyway, going back. Jack Alfarovich putting jackpot through its paces. Hedging his bets, he entered in Sportsman in Orgasm. He's here in Open in Jackpot. He's looking to make bank with a good result.
Plenty of smoke. Great engine note from this thing. Another really low, basic rumble from this V&A engine in the Commodore.
One minute on the counter.
Is pummeling the tyres here. Plenty of smoke heading up towards the top end of the drag strip, and 2 tyres off at 1 minute 22. Great piece of work, and Jackpot gets another successful skid underneath it in the finals for Motorvation 35. Limmy bash off the pad in true Jack Alfarovich style.
If you don't Limmy bash off the pad, did you even skid?
No, not at all.
Seriously.
So, Bridget.
Age-old question, that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Here we go. For the second time, we see the same car with different plates now. This is Ewan Haxton in V Chaos,
but it belongs to Taj Mills. And it's normally called Molested. It's been well and truly beaten up. And it'll be battered and bruised by the time Haxton is done with it. 2 fingers up to the crowd as he whips it around. Bit of foot brake action. He's decided he's going to head it on up the entry chute, flicks it around, and he's Austin Powers it.
He got himself out of trouble though without having to lose too much of the smoke off the back end. A shallow tip round. He was saying that he really wasn't sure how to drive this car. It has almost no brake compared to his VK, which unfortunately he lunched the transmission in Super Cruising yesterday.
The transmission, the entire rear end. What is it, the third man? Like just off the back of the transmission, gone.
But he throws his plates on Taj Mills Molested, who throws in the keys to go out and skid. That's a tyre. There's a second.
Got it done quicker than Alfarovich.
And 1 minute 20. Give it up for Ewan Haxton!
Not a bad performance. He's come on song. I'll tell you what, when I was having a chat to him this morning, he was looking a bit second rate, but what a job out there in V Chaos.
A little bit second rate is probably a bit of an understatement.
Ewan was saying that he was enjoying driving this because it wasn't his first ball. But I reckon that was a good burnout. That little hiccup in the chute might cost him a few points. It might just keep him out of the big points. But that was a good burnout.
Well, go on. We'll do it again.
That was Ewan Haxton in V Chaos, and if I'm right, I would say that is the end of Open Finals. We're going to take a super short break here at Motorvation 35. We'll be back with more as we are counting down the moments until we fire into our Pro Finals. This is Motorvation 35.
Maguire Tyres Motor-X is on. Melbourne Showground. Entries open now. Are you Street Elite, a Pro-Com Beast, a muscle car marvel, off-your-head off-roader, or a rare spares real street machine? There's 2 massive days of unveils, show car superstars, drifting, burnout demos, and Australia's largest performance automotive trade show. Australia, it's time to rumble out of isolation and get together with all your motorhead mates at Motor-X. Lock in your entry now at motorx.com.au.
Summer Nats is the place to go. Everybody's here.
Summer Nats would like you to know that there's some exclusive new merch available now. Cool stuff like this, or this, this, and this, and this. Are we selling G-strings?
What?
There's also merch from previous Summer Nats events, Burnout Masters merch, and more. Be sure to click the Buy Now button to secure your exclusive merch. Mad. Do I have to give this shirt back? Can I have a free hat? Mad.
Smash tyres with Burnout Masters, the world's wildest burnout game. Available at the App Store and Google Play. Burnout Masters, game on. Pearson Garage HP HQ. Every Tuesday night on Summer Nats YouTube. J-Band's Webby, games, and special guests. Mad.
Motivation 35 in conjunction with Summer Nats, and man oh man, this was the session that was Open Finals here on day 3. One loose VE, bit of an awkward start, but getting on song as we moved on through that skid. There was something for everyone. Proceeds tearing it up on the Mullet Industries Snake Pit. Awesome engine note on this. You can hear it. Regan Hey bringing the goods.
The action just kept on coming. Taj Mills is molested. Gave the wall a little bit of a touch-up in the first of what ended up being double skids for that car.
Here we
Chris
go.
Jackson and Leighton Fat.
Door opening.
Yeah.
The back door opening.
Green smoke as well. Does it well. Loves it. And smashing up. It's really rare to see green smoke from these things. This was an awkward one, though. In the entry shoot.
I love the idea, but the execution didn't quite carry it off.
And we did some damage to the front end alignment on that Commodore in the process. This was Seethan. Smashing the RPMs from that Red Falcon. And Joseph Hollis broke his promise of not damaging the drop it station wagon.
Yeah, drop it. It was a good go at it.
Whoa, so
very
close to grabbing that second wall, wasn't it? Big fire as he lunched the internals.
This was great. Mitch Lana. He drifts a lot, and the burnout pad, it's like second nature to him.
Yeah, guys, I still believe that this was the burnout of the day so far.
Well, there you go. Richie's vote for the Thunder Motorsport 4-door R32. You know what they say about 4 doors? More room for ladies of ill repute.
4 doors is just too many. Too many.
Righto, Richie.
Buy a ute, then you don't have to have friends.
Well, that's the next thing on my list. Because Lord knows you can't fit a suitcase in the boot of a Monaro.
The Quinana Performance Blackjack Commodore giving the wall a bit of a grab as well. This was a cool skid from the Black Commodore of Fried GMH. And that V&A engine just screaming its heart out. Alcatraz, Rowdy Mantak brought out the coloured smoke again.
This thing was insane. You listen to it, it's just pegged at that RPM. Got the tyres off. Absolutely awesome job.
Shane Gardner in Hellbound made a good song of it. And then all the revs of Jason Tanian's Ken Oath.
It was a crowd favourite. And how can it not be when you listen to this? This was one of the ones where we just dialed it back and just soaked in the noise. Thrasher coming on out. The Red Holden utility tearing it up for Minjara Tyre Power. Limmy Finger on the passenger did it for me. Loved it. Here we go, a bit of merch.
Hearing ourselves there, J-Mac. Brendan Coleman with the Fat E. Put on a pretty solid show. Lots of noise and speed from this car. And then we picked up the Pig SS, who went into the chutes.
Listen to that. It was something to behold.
With a solid skid from the Pig SS. And some celebration. Getting out to go retrieve the bumper as well.
This was illicit. Massive tub job on this thing, keeping those tyres tucked in under that tray. And again, another one of those 8-pot screamers.
This little short wheelbase with a big engine just really does it for me there. Really easy to wheel around. And Jackpot put on his classical tip-in style to try and make it happen for the crowd in 2 of his entries in separate classes here at Motorvation 35.
Jack Alfirovich, that was great to see him out there in Jackpot. The second time that this car of Taj Mills came out, this time wearing the V Chaos plates. An awesome, awesome job. Ewan Haxton recovering after some massive mechanical failures in V Chaos. And you have to say, Taj Mills, he's surely up for the GC award.
Oh, certainly as well. But man, this is where it's really at. We have tickets to Burnout Masters up for grabs, and it's all on the line here. Pro Class Burnouts at Motorvation 35. Darren Williams will start us off with Diesel.
Williams bogging in the Mullet Industries snake pit. He drew the first slot in this pro lineup. He's a proven winner.
Yeah, this car is just fantastic. Always puts it on.
When he drew the ball out of the bowl, you saw his face and it wasn't a lick of disappointment. He's like, yeah, I'm opening this show. I'm going to own this.
And he's going to do it in style. Look at the smoke that he's just pumping around the venue. We're not even at the minute-long mark into this skid for Diesel, and he's already completely wiped it out the snake pit. Revs dipped away just a little bit, but the thunder is still reverberating around the place here at Perth Motorplex for Motorvation 35. Run to 90 seconds. Williams. The smoke has gone away. That tells me the tyres are pretty much all but gone.
Darren Williams in diesel, put your hands together, Perth Motorplex.
Yeah, nicely done there from Diesel. It was on right from the start. He smoked it up down the chute. It was instant smoke. It was lots of smoke. He touched on the corners of the burnout. That was a winning burnout, but it's always difficult to win from position number 1.
Next up, look, we're just going to say it. Shit Talker is out on the lineup, ready to go. Jamie Ball.
This was a really fresh build of this car. Looks fantastic. We've seen the photos on Facebook. There's been a lot of work going into this car. But man, oh man, to qualify it into this lineup for the final skids, and listen to the induction whine as he hits the coloured smoke and opens up the fog machine.
You're hearing it through microphones. So, mate, I've got you in my ears plus earphones, and still down here tracks like that is a beautiful song from this prominent view.
I know you love listening to us, Richie. Jamie Ball, look at that, 30 seconds and completely disappearing behind the wall of smoke that rises up through the grandstands. At this point, we sit back and just listen to the action of Shit Talker. Love the noise from Proudfoot, J-Mac. It is just something else.
You can just see it blacking out the sky. All of the light has just been sucked out, Richie.
Any breeze that we did have in earlier sessions, it's just gone now. The smoke's really not going anywhere.
Tyres off for Jamie Ball and thundering with spits of flame as he exits the pad. Let's check it out again. What a tip-in that was, J-Mac.
Look, the smoke went away a little bit as he started to initiate the turn as he came past the wall, but it came back strong. You watch how quickly the colour of this changed, showing just how much torture he's putting these tyres under, how much he is destroying the rubber on this rear end. And spare a thought, he's driving with a cab that is completely whited out with smoke. It's almost like he's driving by Braille.
It gets like that for the guys, I can tell you. It's drive-by feel. If they hit the wall, they know they've gone too far.
Carl Staines Walsh, you two be hating. Looking to try and pick up his second entry into a Burnout Masters event. The last time he won a ticket to go to Burnout Masters, it was too close to it. He couldn't afford to go. This time, if he gets an entry here at Motorvation 35, he has another 12 months to try and save the cash and get this car over to the East Coast to battle it out to be the best in the country.
He's got some love on the Facebook live stream. A lot of people saying, send it. Good luck, Carl. We are loving you guys commenting on our Facebook live stream. Every single one of you. Keep it coming.
This is a proper hectic skid.
Proper hectic from Bridget. She's seen a skid or two in her time.
Carl's just that one time you asked me to do your laundry for you.
Look, I was down on my luck. It is what it is. You were there for me.
As we hit the minute mark, Carl's gone for a larger tyre than what he used last night, just slightly more rolling diameter to try and change the way the car behaves on the pad. He chose the yellow smoke, and as he was doing that, I was checking out the ingrained pigment left in the white paint, and it is tough to get out of these bodywork.
Well, we were talking about that earlier. It's basically a cut and polish just to get it back to the original colour. And every time you do that, you're killing your clear.
Did you actually see that hit on the centre wall? It was hard.
See how we go. We are 95 seconds into this skid, and the crowd are breathing more rubber than oxygen at the moment.
You can see how much is stoved in the left rear tail light on this car. We missed it behind the white smoke, but it has smashed the back end of U2V8 into the wall in this skid.
Let's check the replay on the super screen, and for everyone on Facebook Live, as he sends this thing into the wall.
Bang! bang.
It rode up about halfway up the concrete wall.
Wow, massive, massive skid. That was huge.
Amazing stuff.
That's real disappointment too for a car because I know that was an understatement, but you know that was on song right from the get-go. Lots of smoke. It was hard. It was fast. It was good burnout from him and disappointing. Sorry, yeah.
Richie, the comments are already coming in. Yeah, PJ Griffin says, that'll buff out.
Of course it will.
Well, we are set to rock and roll again with this monstrous. The presence of this thing, it just blows you away. The Ford, it is huge. It's piston broke with Jason Dow and he's about to wrestle this thing around the Mullen Industries snake pit.
I tell you what, it must be a different experience to drive us here up on the front wheels of the car. Only van drivers, guys like this, Ford, like, it's an interesting driving position.
You're sitting up so high looking down over the car, a different perspective on what you're doing. And the massive vertical stacks, a huge diameter pipes as well from this thing as he thunders through. Look how much of the throttle he's using. Just playing with the butterflies.
They're only opening to the 25 or maybe some 50% maximum. Feathering that throttle.
Wow, you can see the rubber there.
We've gone past the minute mark, Chris.
Just smashing it through. You know you've got a really powerful car when you turn a tyre hard enough to set the rubber on fire as it sits in the pad and smolders in the open air.
Amazing stuff from Piston Broke.
I gotta tell you, you're standing about 4 metres from the wall, this thing's coming straight at you. It's a pretty imposing sight.
That was a good burnout. Did you like Piston Broke?
Let's check the replay on screen, and you see just how much body roll this car, I was about to call it a car, this truck actually has. Insanity. As we check in with Sickness, this is Jamie Johnson in the Griffins panel and paint entry.
As we are set to go, last instructions coming from the staff to go waiting as this blown Commodore Ute gets set to light it up. Little pedal of the throttle with a Griffin panel and paint. We had a real crack at the colour of this last night. Simply put, it's just brown. It still looks the part and does well here. Jamie Johnson in Sickness.
Got an amazing sounding idle. And again, another one of these cars where it doesn't need all the throttle.
Pretty common with these blown cars. They don't need to use all of that horsepower. They use the instant torque to really pump the tyres. They get the high gear going and they just go all day long like this.
It's not as hard on your ears as what some of the other cars are as well. It's quiet in comparison to most.
Well, we can hear the ambient noise coming through the walls of our commentary position, and also we can hear the pipe noise coming through our headphones. And you're exactly right, Richie. I mean, we've come from two sides. It is a quieter car, but what's the spectacle like down there on the wall? Is it still a good skid from where you're standing?
Yes, you bet it is. Sorry, I'm a little bit flustered because I've just done the quick change and I'm a little bit hot and bothered, but this is a fat skid. Lots of flames, lots of noise.
Jamie Johnson in Sickness, rounding out a successful skid. Got the job done, got the tyres off with less than a minute 10 on the clock. As we check the replay, here's the tip in. Not the full 360, but good smoke scores. And that whine, Chris, what a whine.
It's an interesting car when you can hear the blower whine pretty much over the top of the exhaust. Even when the car isn't facing towards you, you can still hear it. It's a nice combination, and Jamie Johnson gets it done in fine form. Little flashes of flame at the end of the skid there as he pumps it off the pad. But here we go. You know you want to see it, Perth Motorplex. Matty James in compact.
Big, deep tip in, going all the way. High speed takes him right out, almost 3/4 of the way along the Mullen Industries snake pit. He's 15 seconds in, and already the top end of town is smoked in.
This was the car that won Motorvation 33 2019 after Unwanted broke a trans on the way into the tip-in on the pad. It came out and absolutely tore the pad a new one that night, and he's here to try and do it again for the 35th edition. Where's he gone?
He's up there doing his thing. The Facebook live stream comments have gone absolutely insane. Wow, okay, we were expecting the smoke show, the flame show to come with Unwanted. That's yet to come. But Matty James sending it in compact.
You can see those spits of flame as it drops it back onto the ground and lights it up. We're just outside the minute.
All the thumbs up in the world are being offered up for Matt James in compact.
Oh, big fire in the front hole.
Oh,
big
that's not
fire
good.
In the front.
As our fire marshals head on out, Matty James in compact, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise.
Now, it looks like the fire's gone away, but that was a big lick of flame in the front, and that's never good.
He had it going in every direction. Flames out the front, flames out the exhaust. What a skid, Chris.
Absolutely. You wouldn't expect anything less from Matt James, and this is going to be a crucial point here because this right now costs him points. If he can't drive the car off the pad, it's a deduction on his points, and in a tight field, this could mean the answer to not making the top 3.
I think tight field is almost a bit of an understatement. This is an insane field. Our top 30 in Pro are locked neck and neck on points. Let's check the replay
I don't know if you can see it
for
from
compact.
here.
Sorry, Richie, we've just got the replay of Matty James. There it is. That's the flash point.
James. I got Matty James with me.
Let's go down. Richie, what's he got to say?
Killer skid, you just saw the replay, not perhaps the finish you might have liked.
You know, I can hear George from his house saying, "You fucking idiot."
The words of the century. Ooh.
It's expensive.
They're picking up pieces. That doesn't look
dear.
good.
It's probably the third burnout this engine's done, but when we went to Skid Fest for a bit of a play, I had an oil line break and I lost oil pressure, so, you know, it's one of those things, I dare say that this mechanical carnage is because of my fault, but whatever. It shit happens. It's the first time this happened to me.
Well, indeed, it does happen. Nice effort.
I'll be starting a GoFundMe tonight, so if everyone can just get on board and help me out, that'd be great.
All right, look out for the GoFundMe. Let's hear it for Matty James. The best part is he's still got another one to come. Woohoo! Can't wait to see what he's going to bring, but that was not pretty there, guys.
Tough times, Chris Mitchell. I mean, no one likes to see a car get pushed off.
Let's see what it was until it all went up in flames and smoke. But man, you just gotta love this car. Matt knows how to pedal it, and this is such an angry combination for compact. The blower whine, the exhaust note, the look and the smoke. It's just all attitude. And then, boof, up in flames.
Now, I was watching Matty James's face through the window, and there was no shock, there was no jolt of surprise. He just looked at his passenger as if saying,
oh well.
Okay.
That was done. That happened.
Yeah, there would have been an expletive or two.
I'm sure. We're going to mic these guys up sometimes. Here we
No,
go.
I don't think we want to do that.
Darren Green.
He makes his way into the smouldering war zone that is the Mullen Industries snake pit. The LX383.
Mr. Love and Volvo go hand in hand. This is insane. He was just rock and roll as he tips a thing in. Look at it. Just look at it.
Pure automotive insanity, and we're serving it up. Supersize here at Motorvation 35. Words fail me, and this is insane.
Pro Class just turns it on to another level. This is why it's such a favourite with the crowd. I mean, where else can you go to see stuff like this that leaves your jaw on the floor? You're going to scoop it back up at the end of the day and carry it out the venue. Darren Green, LX383. That is insane.
Pure carnage.
One there.
Both players down, drives it off the pad.
Nice burnout.
Just watch this again on the replay. That body roll.
My
it is
goodness.
rocking and rolling like crazy.
Greeny pops out of the smoke like a gorilla through the mist. And it is just all aggression. It's all engine note. Amazing. You saw him. It was a slight dab of the foot brake. Nosed the front end down right as he came out of that entry chute. Really compressed the front and set it up for that tip in. And it just carried itself. We saw the body roll just perpetuate the motion. Amazing stuff. This is another car that you look at it and sometimes it almost drives itself around the pad the way it keeps moving after the initial initiation.
It carries so much inertia, but man, this man has had a bit of a rough weekend. Had engine trouble on Friday night, spent all night changing engines, rocked up the skid at last night on no sleep, makes it into the finals. It's Matthew Hughes in Monster!
Untitled Customs on board and the Limmy fingers are working overtime. I remember when this thing was debuted and it was something else and it became a burnout icon here in the West so quickly.
And you can see why. Just look at what he's done to the place. Giving everyone a lungful at the moment. There's this little Mazda Ute that could, on I believe another LS, just sitting underneath the blower, pushing minimal boost. And definitely well shy of 1,000 horsepower, but that's all he needs because this thing is so light and so small, he can throw it around like a toy in his living room.
The Jegs Ninja making his appearance again on our Facebook live stream. Chet Douglas. Now this is a high-speed move. He's got a whole heap of mile per hour. Quick change of direction there. Got at least 8 tires, 2 tyres down. A bit of 15 into the skid. Wow.
Oh, and he's hosing fluids out the front end, flames out the back end. Give it up, Perth Motorplex for Monster!
Looked like he was maybe going to get out for a bit of a skid, but perhaps he's noticed some warning lights. We check the replay. What an aggressive tip-in.
Man, that thing is wild. When you got a short wheelbase car, that thing just goes hard, and he proves that time and time again. I love this car, and Perth Motorplex, everyone who gets to see it loves it too. That is wild.
Now, it's a quick turnaround, but Matty James has jumped out of compact, gone all the way back to the other end of the Mullet Industry snake pit, and jumped straight into the driver's seat of Unwanted. He's probably still hot and bothered after his first skid in compact.
What would be running through his mind right now? This car loves to turn it on and turns it up way beyond 11 here on the snake pit. You know you want to see it, Perth Motorplex. Get up on your feet, give him the Limmy fingers, because Matt James is about to tear this place a new one.
The well wishes. Oh, go on, Richie.
I reckon we should. Count it down. The fingers are up. Let's hear it. Matty James! Come on down!
Grabbing a whole heap of speed. Throws it in, goes real close to the wall.
Oh my God!
And it's on fire already. A vortex of flame and destruction out the back of this VE Holden Ute. And all of our officials are backing away from the wall.
I'm near the northern end. He was down south and I swear I could toast marshmallows. It's hot!
35 seconds is all we got out of that before he stopped. But that was on fire from like 8 seconds.
Absolutely. You saw the way that was jetting flame out from under the back of the car. The plastics next to the exhaust are still smouldering away. Our fire marshal's just like, yeah, we'll just go. Drench it with a bit more.
Let's see it on the replay. Watch it again. Here we go. 110. And then boof. Wow.
Guys, there are chunks of rubber just smouldering next to the eastern wall on the burnout pad.
Just amazing.
And man, that was hot. I kid you not. Like I say, I'm maybe 5-6 metres from the northern end. He was down south, and I could feel the heat from those flames.
Unbelievable.
It was hot.
Matty James is still on the Mullet Industries snake pit as our officials run for cover. He hits the loud pedal again, and we're back up and running. The crowd getting right into it down on the fence. Absolutely loving it. Putting on one hell of a show.
You can see the spits of flame as
There it
it's
is
up
again.
again. There's nothing's going to stop him at this point. Absolute insanity. Words fail me with this car. Unwanted. Perth Motorplex. Give it up for Matty James. That is insane.
Just mental. Absolutely mental.
I don't know what else I can add to that, guys. That was, like I say, that was just mental.
That car has all of the horsepower. So there's none left for anybody else.
Oh, come on, Bridget. Pump it up a little bit.
I'm actually hearing too, guys, that he's going bigger with that.
Wow.
Are you serious?
No, I can't. I'm probably speaking out of school, but that's what I'm hearing.
Well, we're going to have
Do
to
you
chase
want to
that
see
one
something
down.
more from that? That would be awesome. But, you know, like I say, I can't add anything more to that burnout. It had everything. He was on it right from the get-go. Smoke, fire, it had it all. And there's more to come.
Stiffy coming on to the Mullet Industries snake pit. This is Justin Pitsikis on the pad. Sounding crisp and clean. Very businesslike.
Doing things a little bit differently compared to the rest of our pro field. No butterflies on top. He runs a standard up and down carb on top of the blower. Runs a double barrel air filters as he goes up the chutes. Off the power to turn it around.
That was a super tidy 180 there in the entry chute. He's out hard up against the light firm wall. Moves back to the middle of the pad. Tell you what, guys and girls, if you're watching on the Facebook live stream, bet you wish you were here.
Justin Pitsikis out to the 1 minute mark, and it's nice and smoky across the Mullet Industries snake pit. As Stiffy continues on, you can see the throttle linkage working away on top of that big old blower. It forces the air down the guts of the motor to pump out all this smoke and party.
Pitsikis doing a great job. A very business-like skid, Chris.
Absolutely. Straight out the back door. He's not waiting around.
Guys, just quickly, down here on the track, and hopefully the cam will turn around in a minute. Matty Hughes, Mr. Monster. Awesome skid out there, but not everything's gone your way this weekend.
Nah, mate, just got a few problems with belts jumping off, but I come down, I sent it hard like usual, and try to put on a good show for everyone.
This was a wild skid from Justin. It had lots of it. Down to Richie.
Yeah, just quickly, Matty Hughes. Awesome skid, but the car's not been your friend this weekend.
Nah, mate, just got a few belt dramas with the car. But, you know, came out, gave it all I could, and yeah, come back next time bigger and better.
Love it, come up, mate. Keep up the good work.
So we go back to the Mullet Industries snake pit. Bright pink Smoky Joe's for Highway to Hell.
I reckon he's got one of them off already. sounded like a very definite pop.
Jason Sedetry pumping this thing. Rocking a new combination, changing things up for the car here at Motorvation 35. And it's wild with the coloured smoke as well. God, it looks fantastic.
Watching on, and it's hard to see through this bright pink smoke. And he's got a flat front tyre. The driver's side front.
Oh, we got fire!
Yeah, in the engine bay.
Folks.
It's only small,
Yeah.
but it's there.
Looks like that's right where the puke hose. Right where the puke hose actually comes onto the rocket cover from where I'm standing.
No, we saw issues with this car in the puke lines yesterday. In last night's qualifying skids, J-Mac from Motorvation 35.
How's that? He sent it so hard, the front tyre went off.
Rolled it straight off the rim.
Amazing stuff. But man, oh man, you wonder what could have been from that skid right there.
Check out the replay of Highway to Hell.
Oh, yeah.
Let's watch where we can see this fire with Jason Sedetry. Those front tyres are really carrying a lot of load trying to arrest the car in the pad.
Just quickly down here, guys. Yeah, welcome to the world of blown cars, Paul. Still got a little bit of work to do with it, but how does it feel?
Fuck yeah, brother. This is the most fucking fun I've ever had in a car. I take my hat off to everybody that's been doing this for a long time. And these fellas all up here in the stands here, yous cunts fucking rock.
All right, love your work, Paulie. We'll see more of you. Good work, guys.
Highway to Hell. How about you give it up, Perth Motorplex?
I think we're all going to hell after that.
Yep.
The Facebook live stream has been blowing up.
Oh, I could imagine.
And I tell you what, the internet experts are going wild over that front tyre. The advice, the unsolicited advice is pouring in. Wow. Amazing stuff.
Burnout just always turns it on. Richie.
There's never a guy that's lived for burnouts. It's been Paulie, he's been doing burnouts for 20 odd years or more. Just loves it. Has a bucket full of fun every time. It's been a dream, a goal to get into the supercharged field. Today was his first time out in that field, and I'm pretty confident that we'll be seeing a lot more from Paul Sedetry.
Amazing stuff. As we just have a little bit of a clean up.
I was just thinking, guys, note to self, be careful if I put a microphone in front of his face again.
Yeah. Remember that one for next time, Richie.
Yes,
certainly will.
Entertainment at its most profane.
You stepped in front of that bus, mate. Next up, John Castriani in Psychotic.
The Highway Harley Davidson VF Commie Ute.
Locks the fronts, yeah. We did it again. Psychotic doubles back, heads towards the southern end of the pad, whips it around. Castriani's been doing this for a while. He's had this car for a couple of years now. Big moment there off the throttle. Starting to get lost in the smoke, Chris.
It's insane. Look at the smoke. Pumping it out. John Castriani wants to get it done here. Hitting the 45-second mark, and he's disappeared behind a wall of smoke. The crowd are loving it. This thing bounces off the limiter, and he's using like 30% of the throttle bodies on top of that lower half.
Barely anything. Not uncommon for these guys to run throttle stops as well. A minute and 10 seconds. The Castriani skid, the smoke still pouring off the rear. The supercharged unit. The bumper dislodged from the driver's side. Chris, I think you've been in close proximity when they've actually started this thing, and 9 times out of 10 is an explosive backfire.
It's an almighty pop when it goes, and it just blows the whole straight through your eardrum as John Castriani fires this thing up. But off the pad, give it up, Perth Motorplex for Psychotic!
Let's check the replay. This is the tip in. Didn't quite go the full 360. A solid 270 though. Makes his way back. And it's just amazingly well done. The wrap is great. The style is awesome. The way he drives this thing. Let's change it up and head on to our next contender, VY Knight. Brett Pearson at the wheel.
Brings out this Commodore. Look at the blower hat on this thing. He runs out. Yeah, it's monumentally high. Up into the air and plenty. But the Tiffany blue smoke today here, J-Mac.
Yeah. It's a nice change. Coloured Smokes became a crowd favourite probably about 6-7 years ago. Before that, they were a real rarity. Now, seeing some really insane stuff. First person run 2 different colours at the one time. And that was awesome. It's all these gender reveals now. The whole lot.
It gets around everything, doesn't it? With Brett Pearson punches his way around the pad. Smashing these tyres. This car is an animal for what it is as well. He's been around the scene with a blower for a little while now. He's figured out how to really make it work for him after bolting that onto what was originally an NALS system. And look at it. It's bedlam out there.
It's otherworldly, isn't it? We're just peering into a solid wall, but there it is. Pearson comes on out. He's got both bags off. Sparks flying from the rear. Flames licking at the exhaust. Doing it for BYE Performance. The top of that hat over the roof.
Check the replay for Brett Pearson and VY Knight. Got it right up to the wall on the tip in and drove it on out. And look at that, the coloured smoke matches the stripes on the front runners. And then all we saw was about that for the remainder of the skid. Wild one from Brett Pearson. Now here, J-Mac, this is one of your favourites, the Balloon 40.
Absolutely awesome. Richie, you were saying this is one of your favourites as well.
No, I saw this last night in qualifying. I've been looking at it all weekend. I really dig this thing. I've known a few guys that have built shorty FJs with V8s and they're absolute. We got a tyre off already.
What?
I reckon that was a tyre off already. Either that
has he debeated that, or has it actually popped?
I don't know.
In no way it would have popped that quickly either. It's copped a puncture or something, or it's completely just rolled it off the rim. There's a lot of load on these tyres.
Not 100% sure, because I'm keeping an eye on our Facebook live stream, and to our credit, yeah, it's actually running about 30 seconds behind. There was a big puff of air, so I'm wondering what happened. The Jex Ninja's sort of looking a little bit nonplussed.
It's sitting down on the driver's side as well on the back. That has popped it off. And that is cruel. The Blown 40. Man.
Oh, well. There he goes. And it was over. Just like that.
I know that feeling.
But, man, I can't wait to see more from this little shorty here. I reckon that is going to set the snake pit on fire.
Motorvation 35 never ceases to amaze.
All right, boys, I'm sorry to take the thunder here, but I'm up the top here in Agro Gem. And Andrew's going to show me how tight he can handle this ride. We've got all the lights engaged on the dash. We've got the finger, and we are set to go. Here's the leg, punches it.
V6 power.
Far out. I've never experienced anything in this like this in my life. This is insanity.
How
all
is
I
it?
can see is the throttle go in front of me. Nothing but smoke and throttle body is coming. This is insane. Andrew's doing a magnificent job of steering this, even with me yabbering on in the passenger seat.
I'm sure he cannot hear you.
You've got to admire her ability to just keep talking. She sounds like she's standing at the sidelines.
Yeah, just a little bit. This is the best moment of my life.
Check it out,
I'm just going to close the booth though, because it's a bit smoky in here, I'm not going to lie. We got shift lights flashing. This is a really cool cab though. It's
Do you reckon you can get him to pump the AC for you?
Oh, maybe. I'll ask him in a sec. He seems to be very occupied at the moment.
Is it a bit busy?
Yeah. I feel like he's got something going on, and it might not be worried about my creature comforts. Oh, shit! That was so quick. How many seconds are we at? Are we at 1?
We're at
20.
We're at 120 seconds. Awesome. This is the cabin's filled with smoke. I feel like a second-hand smoker at a bar in the 80s.
We're just going to let Bridget take this one.
Yeah, all yours, Richie. Yeah, Richie can go interview her.
No, I don't have time for chats. I'm going straight from this back into the Virgo side. This is my warm-up. You see how much, like, these engine mounts are flexing with the RPM. Oh, I can touch it. I can touch the wall. I'm so close. I'm so close. Yeah!
Andrew Corlett not able to get the tyres off in the requisite 2 minutes. Now,
Oh, I'm going to grab the sign.
For the blower belt, J-Mac.
that's what I'm looking for, and I can't spot one.
One more. Yes! Plenty of fuel pressure, plenty of boost. Are we out of the car yet?
Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Andrew Corlett and the one and only Bridget Bell.
Oh, no, I can't hear myself anymore. G'day, Richie. Hang on, let me shut this.
Hang on a
Thank
sec.
you very
I'm
much,
just gonna
sir.
Ask Andrew. Andrew, have you ever had a passenger in your car that just wouldn't shut up?
Nah, a couple, but it was pretty quiet. Pity we lost boost at the start of the burnout, so... But
You did that without boost?
there was no boost, the pulley came off again, and that was an NA Ecotec on methanol. Right?
Ah, how was that, Bridge?
Oh, Richie, that was the time of my life. Thanks so much, Andrew. I really appreciated that. I'm going to go get suited up, well, go
You're
that
already
way
suited.
more or less, because I'm going to jump in with Virgo.
You are a mad, crazy woman, and we love you for it.
Go on, Bridgie, hurry up, get into your next car.
Right. My legs are little, my bum's close to the ground, okay? Give me a break.
Andrew Corlett in the Agro Gem does it with no boost, and he does it with 2 pots less in this little Gemini with Pro Class skids. Taking Bridgie Bell for a ride of her life.
I can see there's a petition being drawn up to let the blown 40 back into the lineup. The online masses are speaking their opinions. They're trying to get it to happen. But we're going to move on to the next skid. This is, well, now it's going to be our second naturally aspirated skid in the Pro division, Chris.
LS1, Daniel Shoesmith knows how to make this car work for him. He's lived by the terms at some point, you don't need to be blown to be known, and he will get this thing done, and the NA 8-cylinder sings its tune to the people and really performs in this class.
I love the way that Shuey just approaches this thing. Who's down there?
Yeah, that'll be me.
Go on.
I was just thinking there's almost a deathly hush over the Motorplex right at the moment.
I can hear it.
I know. We
mean, I
need to
can't hear
change it. Shuey! Come on, bring him down! We need Shuey down here.
There we go, Shuey will change the tune as LS1 comes into the pad, and that's a big tip in! Oh, no! Oh, just a little bit. Daniel Shoesmith tags the wall on the way into the skid. Now it's time to bury the foot to the firewall, weld it open.
Yeah, he's got a good, it's a pretty car, but
It's a bit more ugly now. And Shuey, who certainly won't be happy about that one, is going to go for an angry cut. You can hear him smashing the limiter. LS1 smoking out the pad here at Perth Motorplex for Motorvation 35. Right up, just up to the very edge of the entry chute on the pad. This LS1 combo for the Commodore really puts it on. And you're about to hit that 90-second mark and yet to get tyres off. Daniel Shoesmith lets one down, just looking to get that driver's side tyre off. There we go, 1 minute 40. Daniel Shoesmith gets it done. We're bringing some coolant out the front end. And a lick of flame. The flame carries on. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Daniel Shoesmith. Replay of the action. Bang.
Yeah, guys, that was such a good burnout all the way through, with the exception of that wall hit. You know, sure, he'll be pretty dirty with himself, but you know what? He loves to come out and do a skid, so you know, he's having fun. He'll go back and fix it and come out again. Once again, let's hear it for Shuey! Plenty more to come.
Plenty more indeed as they get set to go. Brandon White brings out the blown BYE Performance Commodore Ute Ripper Skid. Ready to rip it on into the Muller Industries snake pit. Here we go. Good entry speed, lock of the fronts, and he slides it into the center of the pad. Brandon White and this Commodore Ute Ripper Skid. Love the chrome. Just indulging the engine bay with light here at Motorvation 35 as it thunders through the center of the pad, dousing us in smoke again. The back end, Brandon White putting the hurt on the car, and the passenger side tyre carcass ejects itself from the scene. That's had enough of that one. Just got to get that driver's side tyre off still at the 1 minute 20 mark. Great skid. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Brandon White. Ripper skid.
It was a ripper skid, you know. He touched all the bases there. Lots of smoke, instant smoke, continuous smoke. Just didn't get that extra tyre off, and so there'll be a couple of points, 5 points in fact, that he will lose, and that could be the difference between being in and out of the top end. But otherwise, that was good burnout.
Well, here we go. We make things just a little bit longer and fill in all the back end of the car. The Speedwagon, Shawnee Ventris. Brings it on down, and it walks all the way out to the limestone. The crowd are going to give it to him. Johnny Ventris with Speedwagon, working his way around the pad and smoking things up. You can see smouldering pieces of rubber discarded to the side as this thing continues to smash its way around. 1 minute through the skid here. Ventris behind a cloud of smoke on the Mullet Industries snake pit. Hitting the 1 minute 20 mark. Closing the gap to that 90 seconds. The Facebook comments have been going off about trying to get the 40 back out to play, throw him a set of tyres and get him out. They just want to see that little 40 go hard, J-Mac.
They are absolutely baying for it on the Facebook live stream. The wagon is out there at the moment, about to clock in the 2 minute mark. Chris
gets both tyres off, does it nicely, uses all of his time on pad. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Sean Ventris as it's gone out on the exit row. Richie, what do you reckon of that skid, mate?
It wasn't bad. You know, it's hard work to pedal a station wagon around here. I believe he needed to use a little bit more of the burnout pad. He tend to keep himself towards the middle and that southern end a bit. But look, smoke was good. It was instant smoke. It was continuous smoke. There's a bit of a scrape on the side. Not sure if that's come from tyre or somewhere else. But no, everything was good about it. He could have used more of the burnout pad. I don't know if that's going to count quite as driving off the burnout pad.
Okay. Tough times. Looks like a couple of our viewers on the Facebook live stream have some tough times as well. Pat Walsh asks, anyone know what time this finishes? I got to go cook dinner for the family, but I just can't stop watching. Maybe the kids are going to starve tonight.
It's time for the kids to learn how to cook.
So, Foggin is lined up. And I tell you what, the Facebook live stream is still going off, trying to get 40 in. The blown 40, that is, Shane Catalano.
Here's one man who would just be begging to get on the pad, itching for the instruction that he can stomp on the loud pedal and send it down to the Mullet Industries snake pit as we await the final pad cleaning. Jake Higgs sitting there in Foggin, and these are our smarter spectators. Give us a wave, folks, up on the Western Bank, chilling out in the shade here for Motorvation 35. Jake Higgs in Foggin.
On the loud pedal, charges out of that entry chute, mid-pad. Goes for another rotation, looks over the shoulder, checks the proximity to the concrete wall. And makes his way back up towards the southern end. Nice and close there, doing it for Static White Norland. And Central Tyres. Smoke belting off the rear end of his Commodore.
This car is just awesome to watch in person. Foggin and Higgsy turn it up. Really puts out a lot of smoke. Does well on the pad as he's completely doused the entire place in it. 1 minute down in the skid.
A solid effort for Higgs. He's putting in work here. We saw 100% throttle for a moment. A mere millisecond, but we got to full throttle.
Really playing with the throttle a lot in this skid, but he gets the tyres off.
It's off. It's done. Stick a fork in it. Jake Higgs in Foggin.
Yeah, that's a tick all the boxes burnout there, guys. Used a lot of the burnout pad, used nearly all of the burnout pad. Lots of smoke, instant smoke, and a really good burnout. I've got to say, it was a really impressive
G'day boys, sorry to cut in. I actually haven't replaced the batteries in my ears, so I'm going to have to just talk over everyone.
Ferguson in the smoke and wrap.
Yeah, there's one way to stop Richie from talking is completely drown her out.
Yes.
She's not so loud now when we take her out of her Jen and put her in Daryl Ferguson.
It's amazing, isn't it? She's throwing the chuckers out there. You can see she's trying to talk. I see her lips moving, but I can't hear a single thing, so we're going to pick us up where she left it. Daryl Ferguson has got this thing absolutely pegged. His hands so busy over the wheel, and we can just hear murmurs.
Yeah, I think we're just talking. I can't take the shot. Tell you what, go for a ride though. She is loving it in the smoking wrap. This car, or this truck, is so incredible on the burnout pad. Awesome to watch at night with the vertical stack flames out the pipes. As we pass the minute mark for Daryl Ferguson. She's still going. I don't give credit to her. She's still trying.
Not making it out to the street. Oh my goodness. And we have a new hashtag as Daryl Ferguson's got this one off. What a skid. Check the replay. This thing is aggressive on the tip end. Quick change of direction. And that's where this vehicle excels. Shuckers out the windows for Bridget as she stares down the barrel of the camera, Chris.
And she's still talking to us, trying to get the noise out there. This truck, my goodness. Daryl Ferguson, that was awesome.
Hey guys, just quickly down here on the pad with Shuey. Mate, it was a killer skid. Bit of a wall hit though.
Oh, I think I ran out of talent there.
You run out of talent, never.
Oh, the crowd looked a little dull. Thought I'd try get him amped up a bit, give the wall a bit of a touch up.
Love your work, Shuey. Means you fix it back bigger and better than before.
I don't know about bigger and better, but I'll be back.
Beautiful, we love that. Let's hear it for Shuey!
What a man. Daniel Shoesmith taking on the top end of town in a naturally aspirated LS. Very, very well done, even if it did suffer a bit of a wall hit.
Bo Hinkley brings out the problem child, and it points straight towards the wall. Looks like he kept it just off the concrete, though. He's been having issues with bending the throttle pedal on this car. He's stomping on it so hard, he's been bending the pedal.
Is that what it is?
That's what it's been lately for Bo. And I look in the cab earlier this morning, it's a bent up piece of flat bar with a flip return, so it goes over the tip of the shoe, so it can pull the pedal back up straight.
So we can just call that a pedal toe tap. It's just so you can know you're not relying on the return spring underneath or a return on the throttle linkage to actually get that pedal back up and off-roll. He said that he's had issues. He's been always watching the hat, especially when he starts to come off the throttle in his car. He has got it pegged at 1 billion RPM, and he will not let off. Amazing stuff, and we have a little bit of news hot off the interwebs for you. Incredible stuff from Bo Hinkley. Amazing. Give it up, Perth Motorplex.
The problem child. Great skid. Loves it.
And the support keeps flowing in for the blown 40 as we check the replay of Bo Hinkley. So aggressive.
Check it out. So close to running that wall. Just a couple of inches up against the rear end of the car. Lucky he's got the back end of that thing nip and tucked to be a little bit shorter. The party pipe sticking out. The problem child. That was a great skid from Bo Hinkley there. Now here we go. All right, so this is Wayne Dorr. This is Sly Lux getting ready to come as we got to drop a little bit of rice hull ash down on the pad. But this is the guy that won himself all the money, took it all home at Burnout Boss earlier this season. The back end of last year, I think it was November even, here at Perth Motorplex. This car is awesome. You want to see a big old jacked up Toyota Hilux, as it looks like we're going to take a little bit longer to get this going.
Don't worry, we'll be back with more of our Pro Skid Finals right here on Day 3 of Motorvation 35 at the Perth Motorplex.
Saturday, January 30 is Speedway Night. City of Kwinana presents a huge night of super speedway with sprint cars, late model speed cars, and the car-busting demo derby. Dirt track racing at its finest on the best speedway in the nation. City of Kwinana, Super Speedway, and Demo Derby. Make sure you grab someone to hold on to. Saturday, January 30, tickets, motorplex.com.au. You'll be there.
Here we go, back to the action at Motivation 35. Your Pro Class skids. Wayne Dorr in Slylux.
Strayer all down the doors as he tips it in.
Love the stature of this thing. It sits up high. It is high and tall. Big tyres on board, and it just rocks it on the pad. This took out the top spot. The burnout boss, as we said before, J-Mac, and it should be a contender today for MV35.
It's amazing how we've started to see some of these more characteresque cars coming into the skid seat. Moment off the throttle there. It'll be interesting to see if our judges penalising for it.
But you're right, I mean, we're in burnouts. The cars look ridiculous with rubber hats sticking out the top already. People love it, and we bring out some crazy builds in this stuff for the Pro Class burnouts. This just takes it to another level, J-Mac.
I'm watching the Facebook live stream. Don't you worry, people. We see you. And I see a new hashtag. Hashtag BBT40 stands for Bring Back the 40. And that is the catch cry of the Pro Finals. I'm hearing words from Rob Catalano that they're changing the time and maybe going to come out for an unjudged skid. We'll see how we go.
Two ties straight off for Wayne Dorr. Man, they came in quick succession too. Pop, pop at the 128 mark. The Slylux gets it done again here on the snake pit. Just that little hiccup in the entry chute as he tried to turn it around. Might cost him a few points, but another big show from Wayne Dorr.
An amazing looking car as we check the replay. And I have to say, for such a high centre of gravity in a skid car, it doesn't rock around as much as, let's say, something like LX383.
I mean, LX383 is a freaking boat with a blower on top. Let's face it, that thing rolls around so much. But you're right, this Hilux is really flat and planted on the pad.
The words right out of my mouth there, J-Mac. Yeah, for such a high centre of gravity, it doesn't rock and roll like you see some of the taller cars. And that was a really good burnout. I hope the judges aren't too harsh with that little hiccup, but in a competition like this, that's all it's going to take. And ladies and gentlemen, that's our winner!
Richie's excited, and the kids will be too. They love this thing, and why wouldn't you? How much? You talk about caricatures of burnout cars, J-Mac. Let's bring a freaking cartoon character out with a blower on top and smash some tyres on a snake pit.
Amazing stuff, and I got to say, both the Cars movies, they're in my top five views.
Made up for it. Jamie Wicks at the wheel, trying to pump things through his now. You want to know something like last night into this qualifying skid, the car wouldn't start. They jiggled the wiring harness and it worked. That's all they did. They just, some percussive maintenance on the car and they got Nathan to fire up for that qualifying skid. He goes all the way up, right up to the top of the entry chute. He over-rotates it just a little.
There's no thumbs up from the Jets Ninja. I reckon he made it.
Wow. That is not a small wheelbase to get turned around. I have to say, we are developing a solid truck crew here in WA Skids. Isn't it great? I know Jay Shetty is watching on board and he's loving it all the way from Tiny Towing Central. Oh, super close to the concrete wall.
Loves it. The overhang from the boom. Out the back end as well. Jamie Weeks is absolutely loving it. Passengers loving it. Right out to 1 minute 50 on the tyres.
We can watch you on the replay just there, Richie. You love that tip in.
Oh, J-Mac, you called it when you said we've got the truck and best burnouts in the country, right here in Western Australia. Mate, that was huge.
Oh, I'll take that one.
Hey, guess what? That was it. We've got trophies to give away.
Richie, I'm seeing something interesting coming across all of our managerial group chats. that we potentially may be letting the 40 come on out, but at the moment, the materials that what I'm actually seeing on the screen says that our track crew may be gearing for a pack down, but we'll put into a holding pattern. But man, oh man, Richie, give us your summary on that pro session that we saw just then, mate.
Wow.
Give me two more words.
Yeah, can we work, give me something to work with, mate.
No, I don't know. I'm lost for words right at the moment. It was an awesome show that we've just seen in front of us. These are the most trying of conditions to get out here and do burnouts. You know, this pad has seen a gazillion burnouts this weekend. It's hot, it's sticky, horrible hot conditions out here. Not a lot of breeze to move smoke around. It's really difficult conditions to do burnouts, but these guys have done an awesome show, and what a great way to wrap up Motivation 35.
Well, Richie Howlett, it is looking like we're getting closer and closer, but I can hear something out there. So we're going to take a super short break. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. Here it comes on our screens, the blown 40. You asked for it. He is coming on out. If you're walking to the front gate, best you turn your butts around and get your backside pad side. Chris Mitchell.
Yeah, the calls on the live stream to see this thing have been monumental. Now, there's always going to be a little bit of confusion with this stuff, but the finger to go through from Ray Treasure to send him on.
That's what it looked like to me. That's what it looked like.
So the blown 40, Catalano's out there.
He's got the suits going on.
Here it is.
We are going to see the blown 40.
You saw it here first, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we call people power. And Chris Mitchell, that has been the theme of Motivation 35. The organisers have listened to the punters. They've given them what they wanted. They've tweaked the schedule. They've got the very best out here for Motivation 35, and that includes Catalano and the blown 40.
Man.
Let's hope he doesn't let us down now.
Hey? Yeah. Don't let us down, Catalano. Please put something on for us, because the people want to see this thing go, and it's so awesome to see the support coming out for this car. We want to see one last big old skid from this blown 40, and we're going to set cameras back up.
We're going to say a massive shout out to Marshall Taylor. He is our gun camo and he's up on the super screen. G'day, Marshall. Putting life, limb and about $100,000 worth of camera equipment on the line to capture the very best shots here this weekend at Motivation 35. Get ready, because Catalano is about to hook a hard left and come on down our return road towards the Mullet Industry Snake Pit, Chris.
And if we haven't seen enough skids this weekend, one last one surely isn't going to hurt, and it's going to be a well-wanted skid. Everyone wants to see this thing tear a new one on the Mullet Industry Snake Pit, and why not use it to wrap up a huge weekend at Motivation 35 before we get to our presentations.
So we have a little bit of housekeeping to take care of with regards to this skid, and I'm not talking about cleaning the pad for him, we're just going to send it. But hashtag BBT40 has worked. Unfortunately, this will not be a judge skid. It's just simply not fair on the rest of the pro field. It is what it is, but Catalano has never been quite so excited to skid a car in his life than he is right now for the Ugga Motorsports entry.
Oh man, I've got everything crossed down here, hoping this thing's going to work now.
Here it is, the blown 40! It's angry, it's short wheelbase, and that is wild. People online, you know you wanted to see it. Pour out the thumbs and the lights, because the blown 40 is going hard on the Snake Pit.
Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. You asked for it, and Motivation 35 has delivered. Shane Catalano is serving it up, hot and ready. the blown 40.
Look at this. Unbelievable.
One down. I saw the rear end of the car jump around. Is that two?
They are gone! Let's hear for the blown 40!
My goodness. That was incredible. Catalano has surely collected the popular vote as he smashes the limiter on that 40. Oh, wow, Chris.
If there's a people's choice for burnouts, we wouldn't even need to count the votes at this point. That thing would take the cake. Motivation 35 wraps up with blown 40. Just absolutely terminating a set of tyres in quick succession here on the Mullet Industries Snake Pit. But J-Mac, it's been a huge weekend. We still need to do a little bit of housekeeping in the background to get the scores sorted to crown our winners for the Burnouts Finals for all three classes, Sportsman, Open and Pro. Hand out some prize money and give away those 3 entry tickets to the Burnout Masters.
You can see we've got our trophies getting set up. We're going to be coming back very, very shortly with our trophy presentations. But we have to say, as you all leave the Perth Motorplex, please, you have to remember, I believe the freeway is still closed. You will need to turn left out of the Perth Motorplex and make your way towards Rockingham Road, where you will follow the necessary traffic detours to make your way home. Of course, if you have been drinking, please hand the keys over. We want to see you for Motivation 36, February 4th, 5th and 6th. Entrant tickets are now on sale, Chris. How cool is that?
We're more than 12 months away from the event and we are already in the planning stages to bring the biggest, the wildest, the baddest horsepower party on the West Coast back in the 2022 for MV36. That is going to be awesome.
I'm quickly seeing notifications coming in from online that the freeway is actually open. So ladies and gents, we please do ask, just be mindful that this is a fresh sort of bushfire zone, and please follow any traffic management rules that have been put in place. Let's now get your summary. Richie Howlett and Bridget Bell. How was that for you guys?
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. My ears run out. Yeah, Bridge, how did you enjoy the event?
Oh, this has got to go down as one of my favourite motivations of all time. I have been to quite a number of them, so I feel like I'm qualified to make that call. Look, we had everything. We had horsepower, we had elites, we had slushies, we had 2 bars, we had a great new layout, great format.
Okay, over here, hang on, let's find a camera. Oh, now.
That you could possibly
We go
desire.
looking for a camera and they move the camera.
Heaps and heaps of driving throughout the weekend. The entrants loved it. I loved it. I hope you guys, the crowd, loved it as well. Thank you very much for attending this year, and we hope to see you again next year, or at least I'm looking forward to seeing you here with your backside trackside.
Yeah, look, you've pretty much summed it up. It has been a great event. You know, I have been on record before as saying, you know, I thought over the years Motivation had lost a little bit of its gloss. I really believe that this weekend we've taken a huge step forward, and you know, we're on the road to rebuilding Motivation back to the premier event in Western Australia that it was, you know, 10, 15 years or so ago.
Easily.
So, you know, thank you to everybody that's been involved with this. There's a whole bunch of people on the East Coast that couldn't make it to this event, but trust me, they've been pulling strings and driving the bus from where they are. So thank you to you guys. Look, they're all getting a photo taken down there on the track at the moment, but a big, huge Motivation thank you to our crew over there, the safety guys in all their gear. You know, they've done an enormous job this weekend. And to all of those people, over 500 entries this weekend, thank you very much for you know, putting it out there, making this event happen. It's because of you guys that this event is going to continue to grow over the next few years. Man, I've been really blessed to be a part of it. Can't wait to be a part of more. It's been great to work with everything, and we're going to go back to J-Mac. We'll see you at Motivation 36.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, 3 days of horsepower heaven. Chris Mitchell, I think you can agree it has been a stellar resurgence in the popularity of Motivation.
It has, and it's bittersweet now because it's all over. and we have 12 months to look forward to the next one. But for everyone joining us live online, thank you so much for joining in the action of our Burnouts finals here at MB35. It's been awesome.
It's been absolutely incredible, and we cannot wait to see you all here. Make sure you book it off in your calendar, February 4th, 5th and 6th of 2022 for Motorvation 36. From everybody here at the Perth Motorplex and from Summernats, we wish you a warm goodbye, and we hope to see you soon. See ya.